Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Arbour Park for this clash between clash of the two title contenders here at Arbour Park as Slough Town host Hereford FC in this Evo Sticks Southern Premier League match. This is Rebels Radio. My name is Aid, and I will bring you all of the action from today's game. Kickoff is in about 10 minutes away. There is a large following of Hereford fans who have made the journey down here today. I believe they have sold 670 odd tickets, and Slough will be they're just filling up the main stand here, but I believe Slough sold just a few more than that, so they should just outnumber the away fans for a first for the Rebels this season, and it's making for a cracking atmosphere here at Arbour Park. It's a little bit chilly here this evening. There are some cloudy overcasts at the moment, but there is a proper bitter wind coming across Arbour Park on this January afternoon. Hope you've all had a good New Year, and if you would like to contact us, you can do so two different ways. You can contact us on Twitter at MyFC Rebels Radio, or if you're listening via the YouTube, then you can contact us. There's a little chat room, and there's already a couple of you in there. Marchacho's in there, and also Darren Yates. So we are looking set for a cracking game. The Hereford fans have brought a drum. It's making a cracking atmosphere here at Arbour Park, and hopefully we'll have a game on the pitch to match this atmosphere here today. We'll run through the two teams with you in a minute, and also keep you up to date with some of the other games in the Evo Stick Southern Premier League match. So just to let you know that this is Rebels Radio. It's brought to you by our two sponsors. They are the Slough Town Supporters Trust, and you can see them at sloughtown-supporterstrust.co.uk and all the good work they do around the club. Also, our other sponsors are My Football Club, the online football community, and you can see their website if you search MyFC and Pichero, then or Pichero MyFC, I should say, and that will give you all of the details of what those two people do for Rebels Radio. So we're almost ready here today. It's been a cracking atmosphere already this afternoon. I shall run through the other games in the Southern Premier League for you first, starting with Banbury versus Hitchin. We've got Basingstoke versus Kettering, Biggleswade versus Frome, Kings Lynn Dorchester, Kings Langley St Ives. The Merthyr Dunstable game has been postponed for a frozen pitch. Redditch versus Farnborough, Royston Gosport, St Neots Stratford, Tiverton Chesham, and Weymouth versus Bishop Stortford. Those are your other games in the Evo Stick Southern Premier League this afternoon. Just a couple of updates here regarding up and coming games for you. So we're due to have a game on Tuesday the 9th of January. That was postponed because Royston were in a cup, so they brought forwards the Berks and Bucks Senior Cup tie away to Bracknell Town, so that will be this Tuesday the 9th of January, unless Bracknell draw in their FA Vars match this afternoon. They're in the FA Vars today. If there is a draw in that game, then their replay will be on Tuesday and our game will be postponed. If there is a win for Bracknell or a loss in that game, then that means that Tuesday Slough will be away to a new ground, not a new ground, it's the same place where it was, but it's a new furbished, and it's a 4G pitch there at Bracknell Town. So that will be Tuesday the 9th of January. Next Saturday, Slough are away on the 13th of January, where they visit St Ives. Remember, St Ives ground share at Cambridge City. It's Westwood Road, so 3 o'clock kick-off, St Ives away. And then the next home game after today for the Rebels is the 16th of January, where Slough will be at home to Dorchester. That's a 7:45 kick-off, and Dorchester are currently managed by our ex-Rebel, one of the better Rebels players ever to have played for Slough in Steve Thompson. So it'll be a welcome for Steve Thompson, a proper Rebels legend, so that's those there. I will run through the two sides for you in a second. Just a reminder, if you do want to get in contact, you can do so via Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio. That's all one word, all in lowercase. Or if you're listening via YouTube, you should find that there's a comment section and you'll have your comments come through and I'll give you a shout out this afternoon. So I'll run through the two sides for you for the first time this afternoon, starting with our visited Hereford FC. In goal for them is Martin Horsell. 2 is the captain Jimmy Oates. 3 is Cameron Pring. 4 Kalon Reffel. 5 is Dan Preston. 6 is Jack Demon. 7 is Gary Preen. 8 Elliot Richards. 9 John Mills. 10 Pablo Haysham, and 11 is Mike Simons. The substitutes for Hereford this afternoon are 12 Rob Purdy, 14 Ryan Green, 15 Lance Smith, 16 is James Bird, and 20 is Alex Harris. For the Rebels, there are a couple of changes from their last game. In goal for them is Jack Turner. 2 is Sean Fraser. 3 George Wells. 4 is Alan Innes. 5 is the captain Mark Nisbet. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7 James Dobson. 8 Simon Dunn. 9 making his home debut is Ben Harris. 10 is Chris Flood. And 11 is Warren Harris. Substitutes for the Rebels this afternoon: 12 Guy Hollis. 14 is Nathan Smart. 15 Nathan Webb. 16 Manny Williams. And 18 is Brad Wadkins. Those are your two sets of squads for today. The referee is Mr. Paul Johnson, and his 2 assistants are Ivilo Kyosov and Nigel Owen. So there you go. That's the 2 squads for you. I will run through the starting 11s for you just before we have the kick-off. And I don't know if you can hear the noise behind the Hereford goal. The Slough fans are trying to react to the Hereford noise behind that goal there, so it's making it's nice to see a team come with lots of fans in this league, and it's nice to have a good atmosphere. Normally they're reserved for the cup games, but this afternoon it is a league clash. Just to let you know some facts for you: Hereford versus Slough. Earlier in the season, Slough went to Hereford and won 1-0 courtesy of a Lee Togwell goal, but Hereford are at the moment on a run of 50, that's 5-0 league games away from home in a row without a defeat. So they have not lost in the league away from home in 50 games. In their last 6 games, they've won 5, drawn 1 and lost none, scored 19 and conceded 5. They are top of the form guide in the Southern Premier League. Slough sit 12th at the moment with 2 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss, scoring 14 and have conceded 9. Both of these teams do like to score goals. They're both in the 50s in the league scoring tables, and Slough have only failed to score twice so far this season. Hereford have only failed to score 5 times, and one of those was against the Rebels back at that home game, or the Hereford game at Edgar Street. So we should be in tune for a cracking game. It's 2 sets of players come out. Slough are in their usual amber and blue, and Hereford are in white shirts with black sleeves, with white shorts and white socks. So we're a couple of minutes away. The noise as the 2 sides come out is exceptional here. There's a big crowd here today for Slough. It'll be the biggest league crowd here since the opening game against Hayes and Yedding. The managers making their way down to the bench to shake hands with the Hereford area. So we'll run through those 2 sides for you. You can actually hear the noise here today. In goal for Hereford is Martin Horsell. 2 is the captain Jimmy Oates. 3 Cameron Pring. 4 is Kalon Reffel. 5 is Dan Preston. 6 is Jack Demon. 7 is Gary Preen. 8 is Elliot Richards. 9 John Mills. 10 Pablo Haysham, and 11 is Mike Simons. For the Rebels, in goal is Jack Turner. 2 Sean Fraser. 3 George Wells. 4 Alan Innes. 5 is the captain Mark Nisbet. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7 James Dobson. 8 Simon Dunn. 9 Ben Harris. 10 Chris Flood, and 11 is Warren Harris. So those are your starting 11 for this afternoon, and we are just waiting for the referee, Mr. Johnson, just to call his 2 officials over, and the captains are on their way over as well. We're about to start this game here at Arbour Park. Apologies there, just we've got the local constabulary coming past, just had to make a run for it. As The local police are here today. It's been an extremely well-run organisation here today. It's been a lot of work trying to get this game organised. We are just seconds away from kick-off. Hereford will have the kick-off. They will be shooting towards their away fans this afternoon. They are shooting from left to right. They will have the kick-off. We're just waiting for the referee, Mr. Johnson, to, if we can hear the whistle that is over the noise here at Arbour Park. It's just waiting for the referees, just making sure that both goalkeepers are happy. And he's going to get the game underway sometime. Go on, come on, Rev. Get on with it. Get on with it, Mr. Rev. There you go. Hereford have the kick-off. They play it back here to Rafael. Spread out here to the captain, Oates. Oates plays it down the field, looking for Simons. But that's out of play and out for a goal, throw-in, to Slough, roughly level with their 18-yard box. George Wells trots along to take this throw for Slough. And we will keep you up to date with the other games and goals in the Summer Premier League. Ball's thrown back towards keeper Turner. Mills tries to pressurise. Ball played forward. Comes towards Rafael. Beaten to the ball by Simon Dunn. But Rafael gets a touch. Plays it ball back and Demon plays it back towards his goalkeeper Horsell. Harris chases it down. Ben Harris that is. And the ball played out by Horsell on the far hand side. And Slough win the ball with a foul by Warren Harris there on Gary Preen. And it's a free kick to Hereford. Couple of yards inside their own half, and it's taken quickly on the far hand side, looking for Simon. Simon's a little push in the back of Wells, but it comes off Wells last, and it's a throw here to Hereford, 20 yards away from the Slough goal. Oates is a go across to take this for Hereford, just looking for a bit of movement comes from Simons, and he gets the ball back here to Oates. Oates plays it across here, pull ball by him. It's picked up here by Ben Harris. Harris in towards Flood. 10 yards in his own half, turns, chips the ball over the top here, looking for the run of Ben Harris. Harris gets going there, he's offside here, and a good high line there by Hereford. Slough almost got behind it, but Harris is judged to be offside, and it's a free kick to Hereford halfway inside their own half here this afternoon. And it's going to be the goalkeeper Horsell that will take this free kick for Hereford. Horsell dressed in a light blue, almost like the Slough away kit. As Horsell plays the ball long, looking for Simon. Simon's up against Wells. Comes off Simon's last, and it's actually gone out for a goal kick. And the Hereford fans are making a lot of noise behind that goal. They got a drum. Poor Jack Turners are going to have to put up with that for only one half. They will not be able to change halves here at Arbour Park due to the segregation. So Jack's got one half of the Hereford fans behind him as he takes this long kick down the field, looking for Dobson. Dobson up against Oates, comes off the head of Oates, goes back towards his own goal, comes off the head of Demon. There's some people walking past, so I can't see what's going on, but it's actually a throw to Hereford, and it's halfway inside the Hereford half, and it'll be the captain Oates that takes it on this right hand side, and Oates just rolls it back to his goalkeeper Horsell under pressure from Ben Harris, and Horsell plays the ball down the field. It comes through to Simons. Has time to control the ball. Wells is onto him, but Simons falls back towards his captain Oates over the top, but Nisbet with the header away, only as far as Richards. Richards previously at Merthyr Town, but Slough won the ball here with their own number 8, Simon Dunn. Finds Dobson. Dobson keeps the ball in, but hits Oates, and then it's Ben Harris who hammers it at Oates, and it's gone out of play for a throw to Slough halfway inside their own. A lot of action coming down this right hand side for Hereford at the moment, and George Wells is having to be on his top form at the moment. It's a throw to Slough, and it's halfway inside their own half. Wells, the left back, to take this one, trying to find Harris. Harris trying to flick the ball on. Comes there to Demon, who plays the ball down the field. Nisbet's there for Slough. Misjudges the ball, and means Mills can get behind. Holds the ball up by the corner flag. Nisbet's still with him, but Mills still has the ball. Tries to get across it. It comes off Nisbet and is out for a corner. First corner of the game this afternoon, and it goes to Hereford. And it's Haysham that goes across to take this for Hereford. And it's a deep cross to the far post. It's gambled on. The ball still bouncing around. In tucks the ball away for Slough, and it's out for a throw now on the far hand side, 10 yards away from the corner flag for Hereford on the side where their fans are down the side of that area. And it's going to be the left back Cameron Pring, who was previously at Merthyr. He takes the throw quickly in towards Raphael. Raphael now has the ball, plays it back here towards Demon. Demon has plenty of time to play the ball in. Headed away well by Mark Nisbet. In the centre, it's won by Togwell. In towards Ben Harris. Ben Harris's ball just misjudged by Simon Dunn, and it's Richards who comes back to play the ball. Plays the ball forward by Demon. In towards Simon. Simon's ball to Haysham means it's a bit of a stretch for him, and Togwell's there first for the Rebels, but it is a throw to Hereford. Level with their 18-yard box of Slough's defence. And it's going to be a quick throw here by Oates, trying to find Haysham. Finds Raphael, 30 yards away from goal. Ball across here, looking to Richards. Richards with a shot is high, wide and over the top of the bar. But the first shot of the day comes to Hereford, and it's just over the top there. So we've played 5 minutes so far for that first shot on target. And it comes from Hereford here, and I don't know if you can pick up the noise, but the Hereford fans behind that goal are generating a good amount of noise here at the moment. There's a ball on top of the goal. We've got 2 balls on the pitch here at the moment, so that's why there's a stoppage in play here at the moment, and it'll be Jack Turner that will get the game back underway with a goal kick. And Jack Turner is his ball long down the field, looking for Dobson. Dobson, bit of space up against Oates. Comes off the head of Oates last. It's a throw to Slough on the halfway line. Dobson wants to try and get it quickly, but it's going to be Wells that will take the throw for Slough. And Wells just waiting for some option. Dobson trying to call for it. Ball goes long towards Warren Harris. Harris tried to flick the ball on over the head of Demon, and Raphael's there first. And then people keep walking down the stairs, so I can't see what's going on. And it's gone out of play for a throw to Hereford right by their corner flag deep inside their own half, and the captain Oates will take this throw for them. He's gained a few yards already with that throw. Long throw over the top, one back by Togwell. Ball played in the centre for Ben Harris, bounces around, finds Togwell, a little tangle on the edge. Flood trying to find Dobson, and there's a kick out there. There's a little bit of handbags going on between Ben Harris and Dan Preston. The referee has given a foul to Slough, and this is around about 25 yards away from goal. It was for an off the ball incident because the ball was actually down the left hand side. The referee is just telling Preston to cut something out. Something's just been thrown on the pitch there. I think it was a chocolate bar. I don't think it's actually, I think it's fallen out of someone's pocket. So Slough have a free kick here. It's roughly 25 yards away from goal. Standing over it, Ben Harris and James Dobson. The referee finally finished with the Hereford. Dan Preston, he goes back into the line. This is almost level with the left hand of the post. So if he was the goalkeeper like Horsell, it'd actually be his right hand side, but our left hand side as you look to it. At the moment, there's just a 3-man wall here for Hereford. Dobson and Ben Harris standing over this free kick for Slough. And just waiting for the referee to mark out 10 yards here. And Ben Harris and Dobson just having a little chat. Inns joins the edge of the wall there. Still a 3-man wall here for Hereford. Chris Flood standing in an offside position, just blocking the goalkeeper's view, but he moves away. And it looks like it's going to be Dobson that will take this. And Dobson hits it high and over the top of the net. And the first shot off target for the Rebels this afternoon. So, like I say, if you would like to get in contact with us at the moment, then you can contact us on Twitter. It's at MightFC Rebels Radio, or if you are listening via the YouTube, you can contact us on there, the little comment section under the bit that you are listening to. Horsell gets the long kick down the field, looking again for Mills, but it goes over his head and bounces through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner dressed in a red kit with white sleeves this afternoon. And long ball down the field for him. One here trying to find Flood, but it's played forwards there in the centre by Richards. Nisbet up against Simon. Simon keeps the ball in, and it's now picked up by Raphael. Raphael in towards Simon. Simon's with the ball into Mills. Mills is offside, and that'll be a free kick to Slough. If you are picking up some, we're having a couple of issues with the signal here at Arbour Park, but hopefully everything is fine. And it's still 0-0. Free kick to Slough, 20 yards away from their own goal. Jack Turner to take it for Slough. Long ball down the field here, looking for Dobson. Dobson rises high, doesn't get a touch on it, and the ball recooked in play by Oates. And the ball still bouncing around in play. Dobson tries to dive in, but it's gone out of play now for a throw to Hereford. Quickly taken, finding Richards. Richards under pressure, loses the ball out. Slough won it back with Dunn. Ball in towards Togwell. Togwell trying to find Flood. Flood on the edge of the box, gets to the edge, but forced away by Preston. Ball chipped in by Dobson, looking for Warren Harris. Oh, the goalkeeper shots it. So Warren Harris has scored. The referee has blown a whistle for. It looks like he's saying handball. There, it's a free kick to Hereford. Slough almost had the ball in the back of the net there, but with Horsell who dropped the ball there, the ball just bounced around and it must have touched a Slough player on the arm as he dropped it, and it's a free kick to Hereford here with 11 minutes gone. 0-0 here at Arbour Park. Everyone just sat on one side of the area, not sat, the players are all stood in one side of the area. As Simons flicks the ball on, only as far as Nisbet for Slough. Nisbet's ball finds Ben Harris, takes it down one of the sheds, in towards Warren Harris. Harris with the ball forwards, Flood trying to get there, but Demon comes across for Hereford and plays it back towards his goalkeeper, Horsell. And Horsell under pressure from Flood, plays the ball forwards. Into win the ball first is Inns for Slough. Togwell then flicks the ball on, in towards Ben Harris. Flood is offside, and that will run through to Horsell in the Hereford goal. And he just knocks the ball 10 feet outside of his penalty area and then puts the ball down the field here again, looking for Simon. Simon's trying to win the ball. Little push in the back by Togwell. It's a free kick to Hereford, 40 yards away from the Slough goal. And on the right hand side of the pitch, and it looks like Preen will be the player that goes across to take this free kick for Hereford. They send forwards their two centre backs in Preston and Demon, and it is Preen who hasn't got an actual wall to play the ball past. Just Togwell just realises that and comes in to make a wall here, but it's Preen with the free kick in the box, headed away well by Wells. Ball still bouncing around. Togwell trying to get there first. It was Preen who got there, and Preen's header finds Simon. Simon's with the ball out here towards Preen. Preen on the far hand side, chased down by Ben Harris, and that's a really good tackle by Ben Harris on his home debut. Not only does he win the ball, but he plays it off the Hereford player, and it's a throw to Slough, level the 18-yard line. And the Slough fans trying to make a little bit of noise here behind their goal, as Slough attacking that end for the first half. It's going to be a throw for Sean Fraser on the far hand side. Fraser's long throw, flicked on well by Ben Harris, only as far as Demon. Demon's header into the centre, flicked on well, finds Mills. Mills tries to flick the ball through there to Haysham, but it's Dobson with the ball here first, and under pressure plays it in towards Wells, gets the ball back from Wells, and it's Dobson cuts inside his own half still, plays the ball on the far hand side, looking for Warren Harris, well intercepted, but the ball finds Fraser. Fraser just can't control it, and Preen on the far hand side up against Togwell, turns, holds the ball up 10 yards inside the Slough half. Back here towards the left back Pring. Pring finds Haysham, who's under pressure from Simon Dunn, just evades the challenge of him, plays the ball forwards, and Mark Nisbet is there first for Slough, then Fraser with the second part of the clearance. Ball here with Simon Dunn. Dunn just barged off the ball by Haysham there, and it's a free kick to Slough, 15 yards inside their own half. They're going to leave this one for Jack Turner, I think, to come and take this throw. And your experience a little bit of buffering there. That was just some problems which hopefully I've sorted for you now. Try and give you some scores from around the ground. Windsor FC are in the FA Vars as well. They're in the final stages. It's 0-0 in their game at the moment, and we will try and keep you up to date with some of the other scores from the games. It's a free kick to Hereford, 25 yards inside their own half, just from an offside there as Horsell plays the ball forwards, looking for Simons. Inns with a great header, wins the ball, finds Flood. Flood with the ball on the far hand side, looking for Warren Harris. Harris up against Pring. Pring is there first, plays it back to Horsell. Horsell under pressure from Ben Harris, gets in, and Ben Harris closes it down. It hits Ben Harris, and I thought the ball had actually gone out of play for a goal kick, but it took a spin off his body and it's actually gone out for a throw on the far hand side to Hereford, deep inside the Hereford half. And it'll be Cameron Pring who's at Merthyr for that game earlier this season where Slough won 5-4. Ball played into Harris. Harris with a little touch in towards Warren Harris. Warren Harris trying to play the ball back out, but gets a lucky ricochet down that far hand side. Still with the ball, hits it at Pring, and it's out for a throw to Slough. Fraser picks the ball up quickly, throws it in towards Dunn. Dunn under pressure finds Sean Fraser. Sean Fraser robbed of the ball by Haysham, and the ball comes here towards Simons, but he gives the ball away towards Warren Harris. Harris trying to go past Pring on the far hand side. Pring uses his body to block the ball, but gives the ball straight away, hits Simon Dunn, and then Simons blasts the ball down the field looking for the run of Haysham, but Nisbet is there first for Slough, hooks the ball down the field. Dunn keeps the ball in on the far hand side. No, he doesn't. It's out of play for a throw to Hereford on the halfway line. Still 0-0 here at the moment. 15 minutes gone here at Arbour Park, and both teams have had a chance. Nothing too much. The ball quickly played in by Preen, under pressure from Dunn. Dunn wins the ball back here, but it balls here towards Preston. Preston with the ball forwards, headed away well by Inns. Only as far as Preen for Hereford on the left hand side. Turns under pressure and then finds Pring. Pring with the ball inside here to Rafael. Rafael, little hidden ball, but Wells spotted it well, but the ball's gone back out towards Rafael, and Rafael finds Preen on the far hand side. Back in towards Rafael, looking for Elliot Richards, but it was won back by Slough, but they've given the ball away. Ball played forwards, and Preston's first to it for Hereford on that far hand side, and finds the goalkeeper Horsell. And Horsell just a couple of feet outside of his penalty. Yeah, long ball down the field, looking for Simon. Simons wins that header on. Headed away though by Fraser. In towards Simon Dunn, up against Richards. Comes through to Preen. Here towards Haysham, in towards Rafael. Under pressure from Simon Dunn, being forced wide. Hits it straight at James Dobson. And now Slough have 4-on-3 here. The ball's and Dobson just ran straight into Rafael. And now it's Oates coming down the right here for Hereford. He gives it away though to Togwell. Togwell plays it up towards Flood. Flood leaves in an offside position and lets it go out of play for a throw to Hereford. Halfway inside their own half, they'll let the captain Jimmy Oates come and take this throw for themselves. He's just waiting for a bit of movement. And it's Elliot Richards who drops deep to try and make a bit of movement here. And a ball thrown in for Simmons over his head. Wells makes a mistake, knocks it back towards his own goal, but gets there first for Slough. Hits the ball straight at Rafael and out for a throw to Slough, 25 yards away from their own goal. Still 0-0 here. We will try and keep you up to date with goals in the Southern Premier League. Quick throw by Slough, hits Dobson, went back to Wells, and pull play forwards to Rafael for Hereford. In towards Oates. Oates finds Demon. Demon under pressure from Ben Harris. Has to be forced wide towards his goalkeeper Horsell. He has it just across his 18-yard box. And Horsell with the ball forwards. Again looking for Simon. Simon's up against Wells. Wells judges that well. It's gone out of play for a throw to Slough deep inside the own half. Stratford have taken the lead in their game away to St Neots. St Neots 0, Stratford 1. We'll try and keep you up to date with some of the scores. Just going to be a throw here for Slough. Wells takes it in towards Flood. Flood's ball goes across where Warren Harris wins the header. He's fouled by Preen, and it's a free kick to Slough. It's right in the middle of the half and right in the middle of the pitch, and Nisbet will let Jack Turner take that throw for you. And Turner, long ball forwards, looking for Warren Harris on the far hand side. It's headed across goal. It's an open goal. It's swept away by Preston, and Slough just couldn't get there. Preen it was trying to head it back towards his goalkeeper, but unfortunately the goalkeeper had come out. Slough just couldn't get there, and it's hooked away by Preston. Throw for Slough here, level with the 18-yard box of the Hereford goal line. And taken quickly here towards Dunn. Back towards Wells. Wells slips past two players. Chips the ball first time. And at the back post is Pring. Warren Harris tried to get there. It's a corner to Slough. And it's their first of the afternoon. Dobson will go across to take this corner for the Rebels. And Dobson will put an in-swinging corner in here for Slough. We will keep you up to date with those scores up in a minute once we get a chance. Now just warming up a couple of substitutions. It's Dobson to take this throw. A bit of pushing and shoving going on, and the referee's going to stop that for a minute. There's a bit of pushing between the players in the box here for this corner coming in. So the referee just had enough of that hokey pokey and just telling the players to cut it out here. And you're still having a chat with the players, and then it comes through, and then straight away the Hereford player Preston just pushes Ben Harris out of the way. Still going on, and referee says, right, let's get on with this and get into it. And Dobson to take this ball in. Ball falling down there. And the referee says it's a foul against Mark Nisbet. And it's a free kick to Hereford. You knew that was coming because of all the pushing and shoving going on. You knew as soon as that free kick was coming in that the referee was going to blow up for a free kick because he wasn't going to be able to tell who it was that was doing what. And a few of you listening, Muchacho, Terry Kennelly. We won't know a crowd figure until just after half time. The St Joseph's End, which is where the Hereford fans are to my right. So if you've been to Arbour Park before, you come through Turnstile 1. They've come through Turnstile 4. So they're on that side there. Ball played forward here towards Flood. Flood has the ball inside here towards Dobson, 30 yards away from goal. Oh, he's looking for Harris, but Harris had stopped his run. And it's gone out of play for Slough. There's an injury here to Preston. Preston's gone down. And he's claiming that someone's trodden on him. But as of yet, the referee hasn't seen anything. But Preston doesn't want any treatment. And he's happy to carry on. So 21 minutes gone here. Still 0-0 at Arbour Park. Horsell with a long ball down the field. Again, now, tactic is looking for Simons. But Inns first to the ball, and it's headed out off the head of Inns for a throw here to Hereford. Halfway inside the Slough half, it will be Pring on the far hand side to take this for Hereford. Ball played in here, he gets a lucky touch. Ball comes through to Fraser. Fraser clears for Slough, up towards Ben Harris. He can't stretch to get to the ball. And it's easily played out here by Demon towards Oates. Oates under pressure from Ben Harris. He's forced wide and plays the ball forwards, looking for Simons. Simons up against Nisbet. Simons keeps the ball in on that far hand side, but the referee says, I don't get what the referee's doing. He's given a free kick to Ben Harris for a late challenge when he's pulled it back. It's a free kick to Hereford, 10 yards inside their own half, when they actually had the ball deep inside the Slough half. That's a strange decision by the referee, Mr. Johnson, there, but it's a free kick here to Hereford, and it's taken by Demon. Long ball into the box, into a defensive header away, headed back though by Rafael. Ball bouncing around. There's a foul by Simons, and it's a free kick to Slough on the edge of the 18-yard box. So scores in the Southern Premier League so far. There's nothing apart from two, which is Redditch 1, Farnborough 1, and St Neots 0, Stratford 1. Everything else is 0-0 in the Southern Premier League. As Slough had the ball here with George Wells. Back towards Turner. Turner plays the ball forwards. Harris wins and shouts it, but flicked on by Haysham. Only as far as George Wells, who plays it forwards. Underneath it again is Ben Harris, beaten to the ball by Demon. Comes back out towards Wells, hits it towards Dobson. Dobson keeps the ball in, and it comes off the head of Dunn last. And it's a throw to Hereford in front of our commentary position on the halfway line. And Oates, the right back, will take this. Quick throw in towards Richards. Oh, Richards just let the ball go. It's come here towards Dunn. Dunn finds Harris. Harris just trod on the ball, and that allowed Richards to win it back for Hereford. And the ball played forwards by Preston goes all the way through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. So we played, we're over halfway through the first half. 23.5 minutes gone here at Arbour Park. Still 0-0, and two sides have had a chance each, but as of yet, no real goalmouth action to speak of, as Turner plays the ball long down the field. Demon with a good defensive header, all the way back though towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal, who will just throw the ball 5 yards out of his box and plays it long down the field, this time looking for Warren Harris. Goalkeeper comes to the edge of his area, Horsell, and grabs the ball there, and it's Horsell has the ball in his hands. And Horsell looks to play this ball long down the field again, looking for Simons. Ball bouncing around. Into with a great win. Flicks the ball on towards Flood. Flood finds Ben Harris. Harris trying to... and that's a silly challenge by Preston there. Preston could get a yellow card here. Ben Harris turned, played the ball into the path of Warren Harris, and as the ball had gone, Preston just barged straight into him and knocked him down. The referee, Mr. Johnson, says it's a free kick, but Preston and Harris were involved in a little incident about 10 minutes ago, and it looks like it's gone on from there. And it's going to be a free kick to Slough. It's inside the centre circle of the Hereford half. And it will be Sean Fraser to come and take this free kick for Slough. Slough with virtually 6 men on the 18-yard box here as they're trying to get into the box. Fraser with the ball into the box there. It's headed around, comes out to the edge of the box. Hooked clear by Oates for Hereford, and Harris will try and keep the ball in. Oates does gets there first, but can't keep it in, and out for a throw to Slough. This time around about 10 yards inside the Slough half, and they'll let George Wells come to take this one. Wells giving the ball to Dobson. Dobson trying to turn inside, but it's cleared by Oates. His ball up the field only as far as Nisbet, and Nisbet can clear long for Slough. Warren Harris jumps up with an arm there. Referee didn't see that one, and Hereford are lucky to get it. That's the second one that's an arm. The referee not picking up on the arms going forwards here. Ball comes off the chest of Richards. Nisbet's there first for Slough. In towards Dobson. Dobson takes it on the chest, but Simmons gets to the ball. Gets a lucky ricochet. And then Simmons fouls Simon Dunn. Just pulls him back as he tried to get past. Pulled his shirt, and it's just tweaked the knee of Simon Dunn, and Dunn's down injured here at the moment. And he will get some treatment here. And Simon Dunn just banging the floor here. I think he might have just overstretched his ankle, is what he's done there. And he's looks like he's in a little bit of pain, to Simon Dunn. And the referee has a word with Simons, who was sent off in the corresponding game earlier this season. And it's a bit of treatment here at the moment for Simon Dunn. Kings Lynn looks like they've scored at home to Dorchester. Let's see if there's any more scores going around at the moment. Yes, let's have a look. Dunn still getting some treatment here at the moment. So at the moment, let's see if we can find you some scores. There seems to be a lot going on in the Southern Premier League this afternoon. And Dunn still getting some treatment here at the moment. Kings Lynn have scored their 1-0 up against Dorchester. And right, Manchester wants to know, right, if you're Slough are kicking towards the St Joe's, to the Lynch Hill end for the first half. So looking from the main stand, looking left, they're going to the Lynch Hill Academy. Hereford, therefore, attacking the St Joe's end, and that's where they've been based. They are segregated into that area there. Matt Lynch just coming past us, so you're not missing anything, because Simon Dunn is still getting some treatment. And he's up on his feet. He's just going to come to the side. He's just hobbling a little bit here. We'll just see if Simon Dunn will continue to come back on. He's just chatting to the physio at the moment. But it's a free kick to Slough. Slough temporarily down to 10 men at the moment. They're just making sure that Dunn's fine to come back on. It's Turner with this long free kick for Slough into the edge of the box. Inns is there, tries to get the header along, comes here towards Dobson. Dobson to Togwell. Togwell finds Wells. Wells with a bit of space here. Tries to play it through a bit. Richards comes across and blocks it, but it comes off Richards last. And Dunn's back on the pitch. Slough back to their normal 11. Wells with the throw here, just needing a bit of movement. And trying to find Dunn. Dunn gets the first touch of the ball, but hooked away well, though, by Simons. Nisbet's there for Slough, and under pressure from John Mills, plays it back here towards Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner takes the ball at his feet and just knocks it a couple of yards outside his box. And then a long ball down the field, looking for Flood. Flood trying to win the ball on. It's come off the head of Flood. In fact, Flood has fouled Oates, and it's a free kick to Hereford, 25 yards away from their own goal. Bitterly cold here today at Arbour Park. It's a free kick to Hereford, and Horsell just being told to take it a little further back for the assistant referee's liking on that far hand side. But it's Horsell with this long kick forwards from this free kick, aimed again towards Simons. Simons wins the ball, headed away by Fraser, comes back towards Simons, shoots from distance, but that's high and over the top of the bar. And that's only the second shot off target for Hereford there, and only the third shot in the game that's actually gone in. There's not a lot going on in these opening 29 minutes here at Arbour Park, as these two sides battling for the top of the table. Both sides will be looking to be in the promotion places at the end of the season, but it is 0-0, and a long kick here by Turner, trying to find Dobson. Dobson here up against Oates. Oates gets there first, gets a little nudge. Dobson tries to play it and played it off Oates. It's a throw to Slough, level with the 18-yard box. Quickly taken by Dobson in towards Flood. Flood finds Dobson back. Dobson crosses to the far post with some pace. Horsell's underneath it, catches it. And again, Preston and Ben Harris are entangled inside the box. They get up, shake hands, and It's the referee sees nothing going on, and Horsell can take the goal kick from his hand. Long ball down the field. Inns wins it for Slough. Comes off his head and goes out of play for a throw to Hereford on this near hand side. And it looks like there will be a substitution. It doesn't look like Simon Dunn is going to be able to continue for the Rebels. And he's just getting, they just stopped the game for him to get some treatment again. Looks like Nathan Webb will be the player to come on. And it's Simon Dunn's gone down, and it does look like Nathan Webb will be the player who comes on. And while we've got a break in play, let's see if we can find you some more latest scores and see who's around on the things. Yes, so let me just confirm how the ground is looking this afternoon. From the main West Stand, if you come out of the West Stand to the right is St Joseph's School. That is the Hereford end. So that runs from the end of the South Stand, it goes all the way round to halfway inside the East Stand where the seats are. So Hereford have got a number of seats. That whole area is the Hereford end. There will be no swapping around at half time at all. They will just have to go behind that goal. So second half, both sides will actually be at the ends that they're defending, which is unusual, but that's how it was segregated this afternoon. And Slough are currently attacking the Lynch Hill end for this first half. The substitution has been made. Nathan Webb is on. It is a throw to Hereford. Oates takes it in towards Rafael, back towards Oates. Oates under pressure from Flood, just gets caught by Flood, and it's a free kick to Hereford. About 10 yards inside the Slough half, but he's right on the touchline here in front of the West Stand. And it's going to be Jack Demon who will take this free kick for Hereford. Every player in the Slough half, apart from the Hereford goalkeeper at the moment. And Demon underneath this free kick. Hits it into the box, and underneath it is Simon. Simon heads it away from goal. Comes to the edge of the area where Preen wins the ball. Under pressure from two Slough players. Oh, it does well to go past. Slough thought the ball had gone out of play, but Preen still has it. Has come out of play off Preen now, and it's out for a goal. Throw on the far hand side. Right, sorry, my fault. Throw by the corner flag here for Slough, and it's going to be Warren Harris that will take this. Sean Fraser to take it. Looking for Chris Flood. The ball's gone out of play, so it's actually now a throw to Hereford, halfway inside the Slough half. Quickly taken towards Rafael. Rafael's had the ball nicked off him by Ben Harris. He's got two players chasing him. He's looking for a free kick, and he gets a really soft free kick there. It's a Hereford sandwich as Rafael and Pring chased him down. So try to take it quickly. The referee says no chance. Bring that ball back. I haven't finished telling Hereford while giving the free kick. So 0-0. 32 minutes gone of this first half. Sorry. I'm getting too excited. Still 0-0, but Slough have a free kick, a couple of feet inside the Hereford half. And the referee is actually going to book Kalon Rafael, and I would guess that is for dissent rather than the actual foul, because he spent a long time talking to Rafael about that challenge before he booked him, so I think that's for dissent rather than the challenge. Slough take the free kick early, but the referee says, I haven't blown my whistle. And the referee, not having the best of moments here, he's put his arm up to say, take the free kick, but he hasn't blown his whistle, so Slough take the free kick. And then he says, but I haven't blown my whistle. And Slough saying, but you put your arm up to take the free kick. It's still a free kick to Slough, couple of yards inside the Hereford half. Fraser takes it for Slough. Aim to the far post. Nisbet can't get there. Demon heads it away. Comes to the edge. Warren Harris wins it back for Slough. Comes through to Nathan Webb. His shot's blocked. In towards in. Slough calling for a handball. The fans are. Well, ball played forwards by Nisbet. It's going to go all the way back to Turner. Halfway inside his own half. He hits it forward first time. Inns and Nisbet underneath it. Inns tries to get there. Ball comes out here towards Warren Harris. He's got Dobson wide on the right if he needs him. Finds Dobson. Dobson cuts inside. Still has the ball. Little trick here. Holds the ball up. Dobson still with it. Manages to get across in near post. Headed away well though by Preston. Comes back out. Slough try and get it. That's surely a foul. And he's given it the other way. And that is a crazy decision. Pring jumps up with Dobson. He's got his arm round his shoulder. So he's almost got Dobson in a headlock. Dobson goes down and the referee says that actually you had someone in a headlock. Clearly wasn't. and clearly a poor mistake there by the referee. But it's a free kick to Hereford, halfway inside their own half. No. And it's Horsell that will take it. And he's been moved back a couple of feet here by the assistant linesman. It's just a couple of feet outside of his box. Long ball forwards again, looking for Simons, and this time it's a silly foul by Alan Inns as he goes straight through Simons, and now it's a free kick to Hereford, and this one's shooting distance. This is about 30 yards away from goal, and the Hereford fans now making some noise behind that goal on that far side. So it's a free kick to Hereford, just almost level with the tram line of the 18-yard box. Standing over it is Preen and Richards. Mills has just come across now to have a look as well for Hereford. So now with a four-man wall, and there's 4 players in the area there for Hereford. Demon, Preston, Simons and Haysham have gone up. Looks like it's going to be John Mills to take this free kick for Hereford. Hits it hard and low, straight at Jack Turner, and he stops it at the second attempt on the line. And it's a comfortable save for the Slough goalkeeper, just looking to see if he can get Slough further up the field. And it's going to be with 10 minutes left of this first half. Turner, long kick down the field. Ben Harris up against Demon. Demon times his header well, but Harris wins the first header. Tries to chase down the second ball. Comes here towards Demon. Finds Simons. Simons chips the ball down the line, and Jack Turner comes across to see it out. And John Mills runs into Mark Nisbet. Nisbet goes down. The referee is given a goal kick, I think. I don't know what the referee's doing here today. He's not having the best of games this afternoon, is our referee, Mr. Johnson. He's not making himself very clear about his decisions. That seems to be the thing there. So Nisbet went down fouled, but he's given a free kick. So a little bit strange there for from the referee, but it's actually a goal kick to Slough. I don't know what's going on. I don't think the referee does. It's a goal kick to Slough, taken by Turner. Long ball down the field, looking for Dobson. Ball just catches in the wind here, and it's won back by Richards. But Webb tries to get there first. Wells wins it for Slough and keeps the ball in on the far hand side. Evades a challenge, just bumps off a challenge. Lovely little trick, still has it. Ball comes through here to Webb. Webb trying to play the ball in, and Webb is punished for a high foot. And Nathan Webb, who's only just come on the pitch, is going to get a yellow card. So the referee making his mark here. And it's Nathan Webb gets a yellow card within 7 minutes of coming off. That's only Nathan Webb's second yellow card so far this season. So just goes to show that he's not the most dirtiest of players. And the referee gave that for a high foot. It'll be a free kick to Hereford. Couple of feet inside the Slough half. We'll give you some of the latest scores. Branbury 0, Hitchin 0, Basingstoke 1, Kettering 0, Biggleswade 0, Frome 0, Kingsley 1, Dorchester 0, Kings Langley 0, St Ives 0, Redditch 1, Farnborough 1, Royston 0, Gosport 0, St Ives 1, Stratford 1, Tiverton 0, Chesham 0, Weymouth 0, Bishop Stortford 0. Those are your latest scores. It's Demon with this free kick into the box. Inns with a good defensive header away. That ball will go out of play for a throw to Hereford. And it's going to be Pring that takes the throw on the far hand side for the Hereford. He's just going to wait a little time for just to get some space there. Back here towards Pring from Preen. And Pring loses the ball out here to Ben Harris. Ben Harris wins it for Slough. Just gets challenging. Slough looking for a free kick. Ben Harris is down. Ball run back here by Haysham, but Flood wins it back for Slough. Here with Togwell. Challenge comes in and Nathan Webb turns on the far hand side. Evades the challenge and then gets a push in the back. The referee says play on. Nathan Webb has the ball. Plays it in here towards Warren Harris. Harris down the right hand side. Up against Pring. Good challenge by Pring. And it's out of play for a throw to Slough. Halfway inside. Well, about 20 yards away from the Hereford goal. Fraser will come across to take this for Slough. Game becoming a little bit edgy here. Ball thrown in from Fraser in towards Warren Harris. Back out here towards Fraser. Gives it to Togwell. Togwell's ball is headed away and it's another throw to Slough. This time they're a bit further back and only 5 yards inside their own half. It'll be Fraser to take this throw on that far hand side. And he's just looking for a bit of movement. Throws it down. Pring with their header away. It's been kept in on the far hand side by Richards. Played in. Togwell wins the ball back. Come out here towards Ryan Harris. Harris for a chance to run at the defence. Gives it here towards Flood. Flood just overruns it. Dunn gets tripped by his own... sorry, not Dunn. Ben Harris got tripped by his own player. Ball play forwards looking for Mills. But Turner comes to the edge of his box first. Clears the ball out here. And Togwell beaten to the ball in the air. And... the referee, the biggest cheer of the day is that the referee has got a hamstring injury. And the referee has gone down injured. Hereford are not happy about some of his decisions, so they'll let the Slough physio come and give him some treatment. And it is the Slough physio who goes across as the referee. He just pulled up there. I think it's his hamstring. So there's a break in play here. We're on about 41 minutes, and the referee has gone down to get some treatment. And what's even more funny is the two assistant referees haven't even bothered to go over to see if he's all right. They're just like, if he's injured, I get to ref the game. I could do better than that. So there's a break in play here at Arbour Park as the referee just getting some treatment from the Slough physio, and yeah, we're just giving him looks like a he's just doing some stretches. Both teams have taken the time to have a little conflab on the sidelines, and second game in a row where we've had a referee had to stop for some treatment. Royston have suddenly found some form at home. They've won 8 at home in a row. Is he saying he can't go on? I don't think the referee is going to go. Ben Harris just gives him a little tug on the back. And we're just going to see what's going to go on here. And, okay, we've got something going on here. We're not sure exactly what's going on. But I reckon there's going to be an announcement. Is there an official in the crowd who could possibly take over because the referee's injured? And we don't know what's going on. Everyone's coming to this side. There's going to be an announcement here at Arbour Park. First time it's happened at Arbour Park. Is there a qualified referee to come across? Now, if
qualified referee or official in the
so we have got the worst situation ever here. The biggest game in the league for Slough in attendance, and we've got. Is this bloke going? There's a couple of people going down. We're looking for a ref. We have put an announcement out for a referee. We're looking for a referee to come and do it. Have we got anyone turning up? Everyone. I don't know what's going on. There is a referee's assessor here. So, mate, I don't know if he wants to have a go. There's a stoppage in play, and we're looking for an assistant referee. If you're at home, that's not much use if you're at home because you're not going to be able to help. But we're at that stage where we are after a referee to help. Now, it looks like we may well have someone who's come forwards to help out. We'll give you some of the latest scores in the Evo Stick Southern Premier. Kingsley are 3-0 up. Home to Dorchester. Royston are 3 up at home to Gosport. Royston currently on 8 wins in a row. So we look like we've got a gentleman. I know there's one gentleman. I know that he's done it before. The guy with the blue hat. It's no good for you on the radio, but the guy with the blue hat, he's done it before. He did it. He did it at Beaconsfield. So we've got some people coming to do it. The Hereford fans, they don't care because they're just singing. But we've got a break in play while the referee explains what's going on. And we've got I think we're about 4 people lining up to become the assistant referee for this game. So there's no chance of an abandonment. I think we've got about 6 people. I don't think I've ever been to a game where we've had 6 qualified referees want to come and take on. So we've got people lined up. So the referee is just going through. So we've got a guy who looks like he's going to take it on. The Hereford fans in the far corner are just enjoying themselves here. I honestly can't tell you what we. Looks like we have a gentleman on the pitch who is he's actually, I do recognise him. He is the Slough Town disabled manager. He is also a qualified referee. I guess he's going just to get changed into a kit, but we did have about 4 or 5 people. It looks like we've got someone who's okay by both sides, so it looks like we will have a looks like we will have the game restart. It was around about 40 minutes, so there'll be 5 minutes to add on. Just for those of you on listening on YouTube and you're over there. My hat's fallen off. Hold on, because it's cold. Right, so Stephen Roach is going, has Jack Turner recovered from the last game? Yeah, he had a bit of flu, but he's fine. David Pengelly's in Spain. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun here because it's been a while since we've had a Slough game where we've had a referee get injured and not come on. He's clearly turned around and not happy. He doesn't want to continue, and I believe that the fellow who's gone into the dressing room has been approved of by the 2 sets of managers. So it looks like the game will restart with a different one of the assistant referees will go on the far hand side. Judging by the names, I think Mr. Owen will now become the referee, and we will have we've still got a couple of people who are there saying, I can referee if you want. I could give it a go as well. I could do that while I do the commentary. That would be even better. And okay, so the 2 assistant referees are just chatting amongst themselves. We got a bit of a break of play. We'll give you the half-time scores in a second when we can. But like I say, if you do want to get in contact with us, it's I don't know if you can hear the noise. You don't go away. Go. I'll give you the half-time scores when I want. People are so demanding here. So we are going to try and find you the half-time scores. It looks like Chesham just taken the lead, dead on half-time. We're just waiting for it to come through at the moment. I can tell you in the FA Vars, it's Eastbourne Town 1, Windsor 0. So the referee who is injured has just come out. So I think we're going to get the game back on. We'll have 5 minutes of the first half to play. And then we'll see what's going on. But if you would like to get in contact with us here, you do so on Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio. Or you can do so on the YouTube. There's a comment section underneath. And we're just waiting forward to see what's going on. And we'll try and give you the scores from around the other games in our league as it stands. So we're just trying to keep an eye on what's going on the pitch here. The Hereford manager Peter Beale just chatting to the 3 officials in the centre, and we are just waiting to see what will be going on here at the moment. We are just waiting for some clarification. We're waiting for the gentleman who has come forward to possibly get changed. So the Hereford fans are going to have a long old day here, and it's we're just waiting here for a couple of things. So it looks like Mr. Owen will now become the referee. So I'll make sure that if he gets a decision wrong that I give the right name of the person. We are awaiting for the extra person to come forward here. So on the biggest day that Slough have, with their biggest home gate since that opening game of the Arbour Park, we have a referee who is injured. So I can see that we've got the referee and his the two assistant referees. We are just waiting for this other gentleman to come forwards. As he come out of the Hereford fans are just singing and enjoying themselves. Some of the players are just they've got a ball. He's just trying to keep a little bit warm. It is bitterly cold here at Arbour Park. We are going to. Okay, we have it confirmed that official has been found and it will continue. And it's we're just going to wait to see what is going on here. We haven't got a clue what's going on here. We try and give you the half times in a second. I'm just trying to dig those out for you now. As it's just quite a jovial kind of thing here at the moment. It's a very laid back atmosphere at the moment. The Hereford fans are in good voice behind. And we're just trying to find one more half time for you. As we're just waiting for one result to come through. As
just to let you know, we found a replacement official and he will be on the pitch soon.
right, so that we have news that the replacement official has been found, and he is just getting changed. So we will have that one there. The only game that I haven't got so far is the Farnborough game. So I'm just going to see if we can find a score from Farnborough for you, and then we'll have the half times. And we're still waiting for that one to come. Maybe they've got an injured referee as well. Yeah, we're not sure what's going on here at the moment. We're just waiting for it is that we have an official. I believe it is the gentleman who is the Slough disabled team. He is a qualified referee. He is just getting changed now, so it's going to be a little bit of a delay. We are into the 52nd minute of this first half as it stands in theory, but there'll be 5 minutes to be added on, so at least. So there you go. I am just trying to find that one score for you to give you the half times. So what I'll do is I will run through what I've got for you so far this afternoon. It's Banbury 0, Hitchin 0, Basingstoke 1, Kettering 0, Biggleswade 0, Frome 1, Kings Lynn 3, Dorchester 0, Kings Langley 0, St Ives 0, Redditch 2, Farnborough 1, Royston 3, Gosport 0, St Neots 1, Stratford 2, Tiverton 0, Chesham 1, and Weymouth 0, Bishop Stortford 0. Those are your half-time scores in the Southern Premier League as it stands. We're still waiting for the extra official to come forwards here. I will give you scores in the FA Cup third round for you. It's AFC Bournemouth 0, Wigan 2, Aston Villa 1, Peterborough 0, Birmingham 0, Burton Albion 0, Blackburn 0, Hull 0, Bolton Wanderers 0, Huddersfield 0, Brentford 0, Notts County 0, Cardiff City 0. Here it comes. Hey, we've got a saviour. The saviour of Slough Town is on the pitch here, and we will have a official to run the line on the far. He's got some of the lovely boots that are provided by the council here, blue with orange studs. There you go. We have Brentford 0, Notts County 0, Cardiff 0, Mansfield 0, Carlisle 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Coventry City 1, Stoke 0, Doncaster 0, Rochdale, who beat us in the last round 1, Exeter 0, West Brom 2, Fleetwood, who knocked out Hereford, drew 0-0 earlier today with Leicester City. It's Fulham 0, Southampton 1, Ipswich 0, Sheffield United 1, Manchester City 0, Burnley 1 is the half-time score. Millwall 1, Barnsley 1, Newcastle 3, Luton 0, Queen's Park Rangers 0, MK Dons 0, Stevenage 0, Reading 0, Watford 1, Bristol City 0, Wolves 0, Swansea 0, Wycombe 1, Preston North End 2, and Yeovil 0, Bradford City 0. Those are your FA Cup scores from the third round proper. We have an official in place. It looks like we are going to go back to having a game of football here at Arbour Park. And we will see what the now referee, Mr. Owen, would like to start the game with. So Mr. Johnson is off. Mr. Owen is now the referee. So we'll get his name right if in case we have to give him some abuse. Not that we would do that, obviously. But and the ball has been kicked by Hereford down to the Slough end for a goal kick. And that's how the game will restart. So we have played, in theory, 55 minutes. We've still got 5 minutes of the first half left. So Jack Turner in the Slough goal will get the game back underway. And we have 5 minutes left of this first half. So if someone scores, I don't know how we're going to write that down because it would be like plus 15. So Jack Turner gets the game back underway with a long kick here. Straight at Demon. Demon heads it high up in the air though. Oates with the header here for Hereford. Inns wins the header. Finds Ben Harris. Harris chips the ball over the top. Looking for the run of Dobson. Dobson up against Oates here on this far hand side. Oates just gets a little touch there and plays the ball down the line. Underneath it is Mark Nisbet. Heads the ball forwards for Slough. Only as far as Richards. Richards' ball headed away by Inns. Only to Richards. Richards in towards Rafael. Rafael gives it to Richards and Richards can't keep the ball in play. It's a throw to Slough. Dobson trying to look to take it quickly and Nathan Webb makes a really good run for him, but they're going to give it to Wells to take this throw. And 10 yards inside the Hereford half. Or ball intercepted by Richards, but he can't control it. And Nisbet plays it forward. Won by Togwell. In towards Chris Flood. Flood turns on the centre circle. Plays it in towards Warren Harris. Harris back in towards Togwell. Togwell under pressure. Finds it to the left-hand side. Dobson. Dobson's first time cross. Hits Oates and it's back out for a throw here to Slough. About 5-6 yards. Taken quickly by Dobson in towards Wells. Wells just has to control the ball. Bounced up for him. As the ball here goes down to little 1-2 here with Dobson. Wells breaks into the box. Still going. He's on power. Oh, it's just over the top. And it's a great chance for George Wells. His eyes lit up there as he hit that one. And it's over the top of the bar and out for a goal kick here to Hereford. So the game back underway. And we'll have a few bits going on before we get to half time. We've got about 4 minutes left now to half time. And Horsell with this goal kick for Hereford. Long ball down the field looking for Simons. Simons can't get a touch on it. It's out of play. And it would be a throw to Slough deep inside their own half level with the 18-yard box. Here, the atmosphere has slightly changed here at Arbour Park. It's now more of a jovial atmosphere with that stoppage for the injury to the ref. Ball over the top here. Comes forward to Flood. Flood chipping the ball forward, looking for Warren Harris. Brings there with their header. Heads it across to Demon. Demon with a good touch to clear at the second time. Wells wins the header for Slough. In towards Togwell. Togwell does well to play the ball long ball, looking for Warren Harris. Harris on the far hand side. Trying to keep the ball in. Pring's there. Comes off Pring last. And it's a throw to Slough. And the replacement official gives it to Slough. He's got that one right. Quick throw here by Slough. In towards Nathan Webb. Comes off Rafael Lars. He gets another one. Every time he gives something to Slough, he's getting a cheer. Quick throw here by Slough. Fraser in towards Dobson. Fraser gets a lucky ricochet. Back in towards Dobson. Dobson just evades a couple of challenges. Still with the ball at his feet. Trying to play it on. Finds Togwell just in the end. Look out here towards Wells. Hereford trying to pressurise Slough. Ball here with Wells. Chips it on the far hand side towards Warren Harris. It's got Nathan Webb on the overlap. Ball played in. Takes it to deflection. Slough scored! Chris Flood in the 59th minute of the first half has scored. The ball crossed in by Warren Harris. It took a notch off a Hereford player. And what that did, it deceived a flight over the head of Preston. And it's Chris Flood who scores on 45 plus 14. That is what we are writing it down as. And yeah, what is the golden goal? That's a very good. Who's got the golden goal? Who's got 45 plus 14 on the golden goal ticket? There you go. And it's Slough with the lead here. I knew it was going to be a goal at that kind of time. They were just waiting for it, wasn't it? Slough have scored. It's Chris Flood with the goal. The ball just took a deflection, and that what made it go over the head of Preston. Flood just glanced in and glanced the header past Horsell. They've given they're giving the goal as the 45th minute. Game's restarted. Oates with the ball down his near hand side, plays it down the line. It's come through to Wells. Wells trying to go past Simmons. Simmons pushes him off the ball. Keeps the ball on the far hand side. Simmons holding off Wells. Gets to the corner. He's got Togwell with him as well. Plays it off Wells, and it's a throw to Hereford right by the corner flag. I reckon you've got about a minute of added time in this first half to go. But it depends what the new referee believes. It's a throw for Oates on that far side. Quick throw in towards Haysham. Haysham can't control it, and it's gone out of play for a throw to Slough. And it's deep inside their own half. George Wells will come across it. Real bitter winds coming across Arbour Park here now at the moment. And Wells goes across to take this throw for Slough. And Wells, long throw in, trying to find Flood, headed away by Oates, in towards Mills. Mills ball only as far as Warren Harris. Comes out here towards Togwell. Togwell finds Wells. Wells draws it straight at Haysham, and it's gone out for a goal kick to Slough on the far hand side. And not many people know what's going on, but it is a goal kick here. So the change of referee has caused good fortune for the Rebels, and it's going to make... we've got 1 minute. Here we go. 1 minute of added time added on, even though we've actually played like 15. But there you go. So officially 1 minute of added time. And Turner with this ball down the field comes off the head of Demon, only as far as Togwell. Togwell's ball won back by Pring, but he does a heavy touch, and Warren Harris now has the ball. Checks out the challenge of Richard, still breaks through. Demon comes across over Hereford and manages to clear the ball. Only down as far as Ind with a header for Slough. Finds Chris Flood. It's a little ball dinked in towards Nathan Webb. Webb turns. Lovely little ball back in towards Flood. Flood still on the edge of the penalty area. Gets a cross in low. Easily taken by Demon at his feet. And he plays the ball forwards. Looking for Simon. Simon gets a touch on. And Mills will chase that one. But Turner's going to come across for Slough and hoof it into the ground here. And it actually comes right up to the top of the stand. And Slough... I've just let the ball roll down the steps, and it's a throw to Hereford, halfway inside this Slough half. Oates, the Hereford captain, looking to take this throw. Quick throw in towards Haysham. Haysham comes deep, and the new referee blows up for half-time 17 minutes after it could have happened. It's 1-0 here to Slough here at the moment. I'd gone through the half-times, but we've already done that, so we're going to have to find something else to talk about for half time. We'll keep you up to date with some of the scores. No, someone else is getting me one. Thank you. Yeah. So that's the third cup of tea we've been offered so far this afternoon. I haven't had one, but there you go. So there you go. It's half time, even though it's 4 o'clock. I don't know what the time is. It's 4:05 almost, and we finally get the half time whistle here. So. The Hereford fans are going outside to get some food, I think. We're just waiting to see what's going on. Hereford fans are going back out there. Burger bar and toilets are around the back of the south stand. And it's all going on here at Arbour Park. Obviously, they can't change ends here at Arbour Park this afternoon because it's segregated. So... the fans will just have to come and get their food and then go back to where they were standing from, really. So both teams, the second half, will be attacking ends that they are defending. So, okay. There's a red. Oh, someone driving a red Citroen C3 is blocking someone's entrance. So if that's you listening at home, you're blocking someone's entrance. Can you move your car, please? Because that's for. So there you go. So we're at half time. The bar is not open for alcoholic drinks till the end of the game, and that's just to make sure that everything is fine. I tell you what, the wind here today at Arbour Park is absolutely chilly. Oh. It's sending shivers down my poor little fingers. My fingers are falling off. So there you go. So if you want to get in contact with us, you can contact us a couple of ways. You can do so on Twitter. It's at myfc of Rebels Radio, or if you are like many others at the moment who have been on YouTube There's a little comment section. Good afternoon to Fitzroy Brown, who just says get in, and Marchacho, yes, we were 1-up. It's first real effort on target from any of the two sides, and it's a goal for Slough, and it's a little bit fortunate, but the afternoon has been made more fun by the fact that the referee has been injured, and we have a replacement referee on the field. Well, not on the field now because it's half time, but there you go. So all the action of the second half to come. And Marchester said bad wind at Arbour Park, who ate all the beans. I tell you what, that was me the other day, blimey, just as well. But there's a proper chill in the air here today at Arbour Park, and we'll try and run through that. We'll find some scores or something to give you at half time, because I've done the half time scores. I could do them again if you really want to, but we'll see how it goes, and we'll see if we can find something for you. It's quite a interesting day here today at Arbour Park. We've been here early, getting everything ready for today's game. It has to be segregated. The police are here in attendance. That's what they requested, which is why, if anyone asks you why it's been segregated, it is on police advice. So let's see what we can find for you. Let's see if we can find you some latest scores, being as everyone else will have kicked off the second half by now. We have let's have a look. Not a lot going on, really. Trying to find something that's going on. There's not a lot going on. Man City were losing 1-0 at home to Burnley in the FA Cup. Let's see if we can find you some scores from around other games in the FA Cup third round qualifying. And we'll see if we can find you some scores from other leagues as well. Sky Bet League 1, it's Charlton 1, Oldham 0. Full-time scorers: Northampton 3, Southend 1, Oxford 0, Blackpool 0, and Plymouth 2, Bury 0. In the Sky Bet League 2, it's Accrington Stanley 2, Chesterfield 0, Colchester 1, Cheltenham 0, Forest Green 0, Port Vale 0, and Grimsby 0, Morecambe 2. If we go down into the National League, we've got Barrow 1, Tranmere. These are all latest scores, roughly about 4 or 5 minutes into the second half here. It's Barrow 1, Tranmere 0, Bromley 0, AFC Fylde 1, Dagenham 1, Hartlepool 0, Dover 1, Aldershot 1, Eastleigh 2, Guiseley 1, Ebbsfleet 0, Chester 1, Gateshead 0, Sutton 0, Leyton Orient 0, Boreham Wood 0, Macclesfield 0, Solihull Moors 0, Maidenhead 0, FC Halifax 0, Woking 2, Maidstone 3, Wrexham 3, Torquay United 0. Let's see if we can find you the National League South, which is what these two teams here could possibly go into if they get promoted. It's Bath 0, Truro 0, Braintree 3, East Thurrock 0, Concord Rangers 1, Dartford 0, Gloucester 0, Weston-super-Mare 2, Hampton 0, Hemel Hempstead 0, Hungerford 0, Oxford City 2, St Albans 2, Chelmsford City 0, Welling 1, Eastbourne 0, Whitehawk 1, Bognor Regis 0. 2 games in that league postponed. Havant and Waterlooville and Poole Town both postponed games in the conference. They don't call it the Conference South, no, the National League South. There, my apologies. Get the name right there for you. So we'll see if you've got some scores. Apparently, Kings Lynn are 3-1 up. Dorchester have got a goal back. Let's see what else we've got going on for you this afternoon. Not a lot, really. That's the only goal so far. Oh no, Frome have gone 2-0 up away to Biggleswade. So it's Biggleswade 0, Frome 2. So your latest scores there in the Evo Stick Southern Premier League this afternoon. So we are currently at half time, which is why Woking have just equalised on 50 minutes. It's Woking 3, Maidstone 3. So there you go. Basingstoke still 1 up against Kettering at the moment. And so with Slough 1 here as well, 1 up as well. Kings Lynn, though, easily in the lead, 3-1 at their game. So it's a little bit quiet here now at Arbour Park for half time. It's going to be a little bit of a late finish, so do stay with us for the second half, which should be coming up roughly in about 5 minutes. It's good afternoon to Stephen Roach's Nation. Apparently his daughter has predicted a 3-2 win for Hereford today. Stephen, just a slight clip round the ear, mate. Just a clip round the ear. We don't have that kind of stuff going on. Can't have Slough fans predicting a loss. What's going on? Will Rees has predicted a 2-1 win to Slough. So Will Rees knows what he's doing. Stephen Roach has just got to give his daughter a little bit of discipline, I think they call it in nowadays. But there you go. Just joking, obviously, of course. We don't encourage child hitting children. We are just having a bit of a laugh. So we're just waiting for the second half ready to come for a start. I've turned down 3 cups of tea because someone promised. They said they'd come out and find me with a cup of tea at half time, and they haven't come out yet. So hopefully someone will remember me. They'll remember that cup of tea I ordered ages ago. So hopefully that will come out at the moment. So still just half time here at Arbour Park. Just going to see if we give you some latest scores from the FA Cup, just to see if there's anything different happening. Huddersfield 2-0 up at Bolton Wanderers. Coventry leading against Stoke. Exeter City 0, West Brom 2. Manchester City still losing. Middlesbrough won earlier today in the Wearside derby. Middlesbrough 2, Sunderland 0. There is a 5:30 kickoff, which is Norwich versus Chelsea. So there you go. So those are the scores. We're just waiting for everything to go. Just a reminder that there will be highlights of today's game and the injury to the referee from our good friends at FC Video. So goal clips will come on early evening, and then over the weekend you will see that there will be extended highlights of today's games. I believe that Hereford Goals, who do the goals there, filming here as well. And it's like we're just waiting for the start of some of the players just to start to come out here at the moment. And crazy game at Woking. It's now Woking 3, Maidstone 4 after 53 minutes. So crazy old game going on down at Woking. So there you go. But we are waiting for the second half to start here. We'll keep an eye out on any of the other things. We'll give you the latest scores in a second for the Southern Premier League when it comes through. Stephen Roach's daughter is not a Slough fan, and then that's not good enough. You should force it upon them. They should be forced to support Slough, even if they've never been born or lived in Slough. Force them to support Slough. Slough Town players are starting to come out for the start of the second half. It is freezing cold here at Arbour Park. It hasn't helped that we've got to sit down here for that extra 15 minutes. So it will be a little bit later finish for us here. Please stay with us, and if you normally kind of turn off at 5 o'clock this afternoon and watch pointless celebrities or whatever else is on at 5 o'clock, I don't really know. Just stay with us for the end of that second half, though. It's bound to be a good one. I think we've got to be pretty close to the start of the second half. The Slough Town managers are in their dugout there, ready. A couple of Slough players are out already. And we're just waiting for everyone to come back out for this second half here at Arbour Park. And a bit of a long delay. And we're just going to see if there'll be keep up to date with any substitutions that happen. St Ives have just taken the lead at Kings Langley. It's Kings Langley 0, St Ives 1. Royston have got a fourth. It's Royston 4, Gosport 0. We're going to see if there's anything else we can find for you. Doesn't seem to be much else going on here at the moment. Still Banbury 0, Hitchin 0 at the moment. And we are just really wasting time until the second half starts. It's the bar's filled up. There's no alcohol in the bar though at the moment. It's just soft drinks till the end of the game. And there you go. We're just waiting I don't know what we're going to do, really. You can't really keep keep shouting scores out to you from games that are happening. So let's just have a look at what we can find for you, though. We'll just keep yapping on until someone shoots us. Windsor are still losing in their FA Vars game at Eastbourne Town. Eastbourne Town 1, Windsor 0. Bracknell Town also playing in the FA Vars as well. Let's find if there's a latest score from them this afternoon. Unless it's 1-1 in the Bracknell Town game. So it's Blackfield and Langley 1, Bracknell Town 1. Again, that game does finish in a draw. That does mean that Slough's game on Tuesday night, which would be away to Bracknell, would be postponed. So there you go. Well, just Slough players are back on the pitch, and I think they're going to be shooting towards the end that Hereford in. Hereford have just come out now, just doing some running drills down this near hand side. So the second half not too far away from starting. And we'll give you all of the action as it happens, hopefully. There'll be no more officiating injuries. I'm just going to keep an eye out, see if there are any half-time substitutions for you. Not all the Slough players are out at the moment, so I can't give you all of those details at the moment, but just trying to see what team players are out for Slough. A couple more just coming through, and Slough fans trying to walk down to get into a position. Don't look like there's any substitutions, so the two sides for you, the starting 11 for this second half, are as follows. For Hereford, Martin Horsell is in goal. 2 is the captain, Jimmy Oates. 3 is Cameron Pring. 4 is Caelan Reffel, who's got a yellow card. 5 is Dan Preston. 6 is Jack Demon. 7 is Gary Preen. 8 Elliot Richards. 9 John Mills. 10 Pablo Haysham. 11 is Mike Simmons. For the Rebels, Jack Turner in goal. 2 Sean Fraser. 3 is George Wells. 4 Adam Inns. 5 Captain Martin Nisbet. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7 is James Dobson. 9 Ben Harris. 10 Chris Flood, goal scorer. 11 is Warren Harris, and 15 is Nathan Webb, who's got a yellow card. Looks like we are ready for the second half. Mr. Owen is now our referee, and it looks like we're all set for this second half. Now have the kick-off. Ben Harris plays it all the way back here towards George Wells. Wells chips the ball down the field, looking for Chris Flood to chase that ball, but Demon will see it out for a goal kick to Hereford down that far-hand side. And it's Horsell that will get the game back underway with this goal kick. And if you are just tuning in, this is just the start of the second half after that injury to Simon Dunn and the referee. Horsell, long throw, kick down the field, looking for Simon. Simons wins the header, but only as far as Togwell. Togwell's ball comes out here towards Warren Harris. Takes it down on his thigh, plays it out here towards Fraser. Fraser, ball down the line here, looking for Ben Harris. Harris up against Pring. Harris gets his body in the way, gets tripped there, and wins a foul for Slough down the far-hand side. Pring turns around to the assistant referee, who's a real assistant referee from the first half, and he's like, what did I do? I didn't do anything. It's a free kick to Slough, and it's around about 3 or 4 foot away from the corner flag, so it's just like a small corner here when Dobson will go across to take it for Slough. People just getting back to their seats, so I can't see what's going on. Come on, hurry up. Gee, me. Dobson to take this free kick for Slough, being in-swinging free kick right by the corner flag, hits it in hard and low, headed away though well by Demon, edge of the box, comes through to Togwell, kicks it, Haysham heads the ball away, breaks here for Mills leaves it though for Preen overruns it, and Fraser comes in with a tackle, plays it out of play for a throw to Hereford. Level with the 18-yard box, and it's going to be Pring to take this throw for Hereford. Pring, the left back, previously at Merthyr. along with Elliot Richards and Caelan Raffel was at Merthyr, but not this season. So Pring with the throw, flicked on by Haysham, comes through to Fraser, gets a touch on it, Mills with the ball forwards, played forwards though by Slough by Nisbet into that night sky. Underneath it is Demon, here's his header straight at Ben Harris. Chris Flood tries to get there, Pring with the clearance, only need to find Haysham, robbed of the ball by Nathan Webb. Ball comes here towards Chris Flood, Flood turns on this byline, up against Raffel, plays a little dink ball in here towards Webb, Webb chips it to the far post. And it's just gone past him, and it's been brought away now by Oates for Hereford. Oates bringing the ball down the line, plays it down the line, looking for the run of Mills, but Nisbet's there for Slough to come across, and he plays the ball in here towards Wells. Back towards Nisbet. Oh, and Wells has given the ball away to Mills. Great tackle by Lee Togwell, who wins the ball really well and plays it in towards Nathan Webb, and Webb's caught for a free kick to Slough, but Wells with a mistake there, but Lee Togwell, exceptional. There, wins the ball, and not only did he win the ball off Mills, he managed to bring the ball forwards, and it's a free kick to Slough halfway inside their own half, and Turner will take it for Slough. Just been urged to go back a few feet here for this kick, and it's Turner to take this free kick. Long ball into the box, aim for Ince. Ince heads it across, goes back down. In fact, Ince was fouling, and it's a free kick for climbing against Ince, and a free kick to Hereford on the edge of their 18-yard line. Horsell will be the player to take this in the Hereford goal. Still Slough with this 1-0 lead at the moment. We're 3.5 minutes into the second half. Horsell with the long ball forwards, looking for Simon. Simon's trying to hold the ball up, uses his body well. Plays it down again, people just come along and tread in the way. It's a free kick to Hereford for a foul on Simons, and very much a similar position to the one that Slough had. It's a free kick. It's around about 5 or 6 foot in either side of the corner flag, so 6 foot back from the sideline and 6 foot in from the byline there. So and it's Preen standing over this free kick for Hereford. Now with a two-man ball. Ball goes deep to the far hand side, headed back across goal, but it's gone out of play and out for a goal kick. So there we go. So the game's just been a little bit slow the start of this second half. It was quite bitty in the first half, and it's Turner that will take this goal kick for Slough. It's from inside his 6-yard box. Long kick down the field, looking for Ben Harris. Harris does well to rise above and win the header, but Demon's there for Hereford. Looks up and chips the ball forwards, looking for Mills. Mills does well to win the header, but he's got no one chasing onto his flick on, and it's straight through to Turner. And Turner rolls the ball out here for Wells. Wells travels 10 yards, crosses the halfway line now. Still has the ball on his feet. Looks up, chips the ball into the box. Harris again up for there! It's 2! Ben Harris on his home debut! That's 2-2 for the striker. Ben Harris on 50 minutes, but Slough 2-0 up here against Hereford. It's a lovely cross by George Wells with plenty of pace, and from about 12 yards out, Ben Harris just guides his header past a despairing dive of Horsell, and he's given the Hereford fans a bit of a look, which is causing a few things there, and it's Slough who are 2-0 up here at this game here at Arbour Park. A little bit of going on here at the far hand side between the two sets of fans. They're all segregated at the moment, but some Hereford fans making their way round. Ball play forward here, looking for Simons. He wins the ball, runs straight into Raffel, but gets the ball back, and then finds Oates on the far hand side. Oates in the here to Haysham. Haysham with the ball finds Raffel. Raffel just has to turn away from goal. Still has the ball on the far hand side. Gives it to Haysham. Haysham has to drop deep. Gives it here toward Dan Preston. Preston the only player inside the box. Loses the ball here to Harris. And Ben Harris releases Warren Harris down the field. Harris chasing the ball. But Pring gets there first for Hereford. And then chips the ball down the line. Plays here forwards. Into the header away for Slough. And as far as Haysham takes it on his chest. And Warren Harris tries to get in there. Haysham does well to control the ball. Move down the steps. Ball here though with Preen. Preen coming down the left hand side. Still has the ball. Looking for a little bit of help. Pring on the overlap, but he finds Haysham in the centre by the centre circle. Spreads it out wide here to Oates. Oates comes inside. finds Haysham. Haysham in the ball out here towards Elliot Richards. Richards comes forward, tries forward with the ball, gets to the edge of the box, finds Pring. Pring chips the ball into the penalty area. It's Wells that volleys the ball away for Slough, but it'll go out of play for a throw here to Hereford. And halfway inside the Slough half. Pring looking to take this throw. Pring just waiting for a bit of movement, plays the ball in, Rafael stretches for it, gets to the ball first before Nathan Webb. Webb just catches him and it's a free kick to Hereford, and this is a good goal scoring opportunity here for Hereford. Roughly 30 yards away from goal. They've taken it quickly though and played it out here to Demon. Demon spreads it out towards Oates. Oates cuts inside, in towards Mills. Mills trying to play the ball down that furrow, but Wells is across for Slough and just guides the ball out for a goal kick. And it's a goal kick for Slough. Slough 2-0 up here. Ben Harris with a goal on his debut. 2-2 for him. Made his debut last Monday at Cheshire and scored now. And it's the Slough fans are just singing to the Hereford fans. They're going to join in, and the ball played in here from Turner towards Wells. Wells spreads it looking for Ben Harris. Got too much on it, and it's out of play for a throw to Hereford. Right by the home dugout. Pring will take this throw for Hereford. Just looking for a bit of movement. Movement comes from Richards. Richards heads the ball on. Fraser's underneath it for Slough. His ball only finds Haysham. Haysham with the ball forwards. And again, people walking down the stairs in the way, but it's gone out of play for a goal kick. And it's 2-0 to Slough. It's going to be a goal kick here. We've played 8 minutes so far of the second half. And Jack Turner to take this goal kick for Slough. And the replacement referee, Mr. Owens, not had much to do here at the moment. It was Turner. Long ball down the field, looking for Flood. Flood up against Demon. Flood trying to turn and hold the ball up. Looking to play the ball on. Gets a late whistle there from the referee, but it is a free kick to Slough. And this is 35 yards away from goal. Quite a central position for the Rebels. And it's going to be James Dobson, I think, that will stand over this free kick. And it is Dobson and Nathan Webb standing over this free kick. I think you're going to see a Hereford substitution in a second. Nathan Webb lining it up. It's going to be Dobson that takes his free kick. Hits it hard, but it goes straight over the top and out of play for a goal kick to Hereford. So I think the Hereford people just taken the board. So I'm expecting a Hereford substitution any second, as Horsell looks to take this goal kick, gets it caught up in the night sky, just catches in the wind. Inns comes flying in, and he's adjudged. I thought that Inns had climbed over the back of Simons and would foul, but apparently Simons has got a free kick for standing there and having someone jump on his back. Simons is just pointing that out to the referee. I thought that was an obvious free kick to Hereford, but the replacement referee, is giving it to Slough. Slough have a free kick 5 yards inside their own half. Fraser standing over this free kick for the Rebels. And it's Fraser just plonking the ball forward to the edge of the box. Inns is trying to get underneath it. Ball comes back out here towards Dobson. Crosses first time. Warren Harris trying to flick the ball on. Slough looking for a handball there, but Haysham has the ability to bring the ball out. Finds Preen. Preen just overruns the ball, and it runs behind him and out for a throw. Just bear with me for a second. We're just going to see if so there's a substitution. Right, the substitution is Dan Preston off, and coming on is number 14, Ryan Green. So that's a defensive centre back off and another defensive centre back on. So that's the Ryan Green on for Dan Preston. And it's going to be Slough that will get the game back underway with this throw. Fraser with it, just inside the Hereford half. Flicked on well by Harris, finds Flood. Flood inside the box, back in towards Warren Harris. This time this come out, Pring with a defensive challenge, and Ben Harris fouls inside the box. It's a free kick. Just one is a foul there by Ben Harris inside the box, and Pring wins a free kick for Hereford on the edge there, but good play by Slough. Just couldn't get the run of the ball in the end. And it's Horsell to take this free kick from the edge of his box down the field, looking for Simon. Simon's beaten to the ball by Togwell. Togwell then crunches into Elliot Richards and gives away a free kick. And Togwell just been spoken to by the referee. It's a free kick though to Hereford, 40 yards away from goal. Cameron Pring looks like he's going to stand over this free kick. Now warming up some substitutes as well. Take the free quickly to Hereford. In towards Elliot Richards. Finds Oates. Comes in from the far wing. In towards Haysham. Haysham looking to chip the ball across on the far hand side. And the ball taken off the feet of Demon by Wells. It's his ball. He's only played forwards. It's one back though, and the ball first time cross into the box, and great catch by Turner as Simons trying to get on the end of it, but Turner first to the ball, and he will just roll the ball out here towards Sean Fraser. Fraser turns up against Preen. Ball played in towards Ben Harris. Ben Harris holds the ball up against Haysham. Ben Harris goes past him, gets tripped there, and Ben Harris run across the front of Haysham. Couldn't do much about it. It is a free kick to the Rebels. This one's 40 yards away from goal. Dobson again standing over this one, and Ben Harris is just stretching on the floor here at the moment. And Ben been playing for Ascot before he signed for the Rebels. The referee only just realising that Ben's got an injury here, so he finally jogs over to the replacement referee. And Ben Harris will just shrug that off and just go back into the box here for this corner. It's going to be free kick. James Dobson standing over this free kick, 40 yards away from goal. Swings it in left-footed. It's got some pace on it. Goalkeeper does it. He misses it and then gaves it at the second attempt as Horsell. Good goalkeeper in the end. Missed the first one. Rolls the ball out. Nathan Webb tries to get there first. Ball out, goes out of play. It's a throw to Hereford. The referee will just call it back about 10 yards here. And again, is Hereford take it quickly. He's actually given a free kick to Hereford, and they've overrun it. Ben Harris tries to get there first. Haysham first to the ball. Finds a substitute Green. Green in towards Preen. Cheers, Preen. Thank you. And the ball in from Preen. Into the box. Headed away by Ince. Finds Togwell on the edge. Under pressure from Richards. And Ince clears for Slough. And it's down the field and goes out of play for a throw to Hereford. And it's Pring that will take this throw for Hereford. Halfway inside their own half. Just looking for someone to make some movement. Ball comes in. Comes through all the way to Togwell. Togwell's ball trying to find Nathan Webb. Webb gets there first. Warren Harris gets the ball in. Down his right hand side. Up against Pring. Pring gets a touch in there. Cleared by Green. Up towards Preen. Preen takes it down on his hand. And that's a free kick to Slough. Preen just looks at the referee, and the referee says, "It touched your hand, mate. I had to give a free kick." Looks like Slough are going to make a substitution. It's going to be Brad Watkins coming on. And I think it is Ben Harris that's going to go off. Harris has just gone down again. Let's give you some latest scores. It is going to be Brad Watkins coming on. I think it might be Ben Harris coming off. It is, in fact, that is a substitution. So Ben Harris is replaced by Brad Watkins, and that is on an hour. So I know it's like 4:30, but it is only half an hour of the game, and Brad Watkins comes on for the Rebels. Let's see if we can find you the latest scores. And Ben Harris just Ben Harris celebrates with the Hereford fans. So he's I think he's winding the Hereford fans up behind the goal there. But Ben Harris is off. Brad Watkins is on. So now 2-0 up with 30 minutes of the game left to go. We're trying to find you some scores from other games, but nothing come through here at the moment. Slough take the free kick with Dobson. Ball in. It's missed by everyone. Oh, it's bouncing around in the box. And it's gone out for a throw to Slough. And I think it was Demon in the end who cleared the ball. The ball was just whipped in. Catches in the wind here today. And then it was just cleared in the box. Kettering are losing 3-0. Basingstoke 3, Kettering 0. Thanks to the guys on the comment section on YouTube for that. It's a free it's a corner it's actually gone out for. Dobson takes a corner, whipped in near post. Oh, and Horsell punches the ball away from underneath the goal. Comes back out here to Dobson. Is it first? Oh, it's a zinger of a shot by Dobson. And Horsell must have been watching that well, because that just clipped the top of the crossbar. You're going to get a second substitution here for Hereford. Coming off is Gary Preen. Coming on is striker Lance Smith. So Preen off. Smith is coming on. And that's going to be Lance Smith will go up front with Mills. And the Slough fans just singing to the Hereford fans. We'll clap him off to you. Smith, good substitute to come on. 13 goals so far this season. Joins on with Mills up front. So Hereford now have an attack that has 42 goals between the two of them this season. Horsale gets going back underway with this kick. Up towards Simon. Simon wins a flick on. First touch here for Mills. Second half finds Lance Smith. Smith goes down under the challenge and wins a free kick with his first touch. And this is a good opportunity for Hereford, 25 yards away from goal. It's level with the 6-yard tram line. So the 6-yard box in the penalty area is level with the tram line off of that. And it's a good 25 yards away from goal. Haysham is the player that stands over this free kick for Hereford. So now we're just a 3-man wall. Turner happy with that. The referee happy that they're back 10 yards. Haysham to take this free kick. Chips the ball into the far post. Goes over the head of everyone. And it's out for a goal kick to Slough. And we've played 18 minutes of the second half here. Slough 2-0 up here. Goals coming from Chris Flood on, in theory, 59 minutes, but it was actually 45 plus 14 just before half time. And then Ben Harris 5 minutes into the second half, put Slough 2-0 up. But Ben Harris off the field at the moment as Turner looks to take this goal kick for Slough. Long, lot of distance on it. Flood up against Demon. Demon wins the header. Comes out here towards Richards for Hereford. Finds Raphael. Raphael's been asked to play more forwards. Chased down by a couple of Slough players. Overruns it. Green will cover for him. Green goes back towards the goalkeeper Horsale. Hasn't noticed Watkins coming in, but Horsale first to the ball. Clears the ball. Only as far as Togwell. Togwell's header. Looking for Flood, but Demon's in the right place and spreads it on the far hand side here towards Oates. Oates the right back, chipping the ball forward here, looking for the run of Simons. Simons here can head the ball. Oh, he's headed it the wrong way and it's gone straight out of play, has it? It has gone out of play, and Simons expecting a Hereford player to be there, but there was no one there. Just to remind you, Hereford have not lost in their last 5-0 away league matches. Slough win the flick on with Flood. Comes through to Green. Green puts it high into the night mic. Catches in the wind. Underneath it is Brad Wads. Can't get there. Tries to jump up. Fouls Green, and that's a free kick to Hereford. Just having a bit of that tea. Just keep me warm here. Demon to take it for Hereford here. Pushing the rest of his team up the field. Launches a long ball into the box, looking for Smith. Smith up against Fraser. Comes out here towards Simon. Simon's little dink ball here towards Pring. Pring finds Richards. Back here towards Pring. Pring cuts inside. Still running with the ball. Plays it out here toward Haysham. Haysham being forced wide. Looking for the ball into Raphael. Well pushed off the ball by Wells. And then Nisbet finds Dobson. Dobson with the ball up towards Flood. Flood holds it up. Looking for the run of Dobson. Dobson gets there first in front of Raphael. Under pressure. He gets tackled. When the ball goes out of play, Dobson goes down injured here, and again the Slough physio Alex will just have to, looks like he's going to have to come on. Dobson down here at the moment, and Dobson slowly getting to his feet, and I think he's not going to need the treatment, and Dobson gets up to his feet there, and it's a throw to Slough just inside their own half, and George Wells will take this one for the Rebels. And ball play forwards. There's a clash of heads there, and the referee has only just seen that. There's a clash of heads between Demon and Watkins, and there's a stoppage again in play here at the moment, as both players have gone down holding their head. So what we'll do, we'll keep an eye on that going on. We'll give you some of the latest scores in the Evo Stick Southern Premier League for you while both of those players get some treatment. Let's hope that neither of those two players are badly injured. Let's have a look to see what's going on. Banbury have taken the lead. Banbury 1, Hitchin 0. As Watkins is back on his feet, but Demon still down at the moment for Hereford. let's just sort of see if we can find you some of those scores. White Hawk 2, Bognor 2. It's still Demon down, injured at the moment. Watkins is up, holding the top of his head. Let's have a look and see if we can find some scores for you. St Neots 1, Stratford 2. Let's have a look and see what else we can find for you. Let's just going to see if there's a substitution for Hereford. Demon still down, being treated at the moment, so still a stoppage in place. You're not missing anything at the moment. Right, latest scores for you. Banbury United 1, Hitchin 0. It's Basingstoke 3, Kettering 1, says on here. Biggleswade 0, Frome 2, Kings Lynn 3, Dorchester 0, Kings Langley 0, St Ives 3, Redditch 5, Farnborough 1, Royston 4, Gosport 0, St Neots 1, Stratford 2, Tiverton 1, Chesham 2, and Weymouth 1, Bishop Stortford 1. Those are the latest scores in the Southern Premier League. Obviously, our game is slightly behind. Demon still down, injured here at the moment, and doesn't seem to be concerned. I think they're just taking their extra care with Demon on that far hand side as he's injured. The Hereford fans are now making some noise as the Hereford fans in good voice here at the moment, as Demon just still laying down on the floor, injured at the moment, as the Slough fans try to outsing the Hereford fans. It's a good cup tie atmosphere here today, even if it is only a league game. And I can see a couple of the Slough injured players here at the moment. Harrison Gilks and Gavin James standing up on the top here. Demon's sitting up, so that's good news. It looks like he's not badly injured. Whether he'll be able to continue is a different matter. He's there with Watkins, who was the other player. Watkins just making sure there was nothing in it. It was just a clash of heads as both went for the ball. There was nothing dangerous about it, but both have come off. And I do think you are going to see a third and final substitution for Hereford. I think they're just checking on Demon just to see if he's going to be okay. And I don't think he will actually. He's off the pitch at the moment. He's being walked around. And I think you are going to see a substitution for Hereford coming off. They've put number 5. It can't be 5. It's no, we're just going to get that corrected because it's actually number 6 that should be coming off, which is Demon. We're just going to see what's going on here at the moment, actually, because I think the substitution board is wrong for Hereford. It's definitely Rob Purdy coming on, and it is Demon who's gone off injured. He's just making his way round. So is Demon the player off, replaced by Rob Purdy? But now the game will get back underway with a throw for Hereford on that far hand side, 10 yards inside their own half, headed on well by Simons, headed away though by Wells, finding Watkins. Watkins flicks the ball on, trying to find Flood, but it comes here to Green. Green spreads it here towards Pring. Green, another ex-Merthyr player. Ball played forwards. Bill's trying to flick the ball on, but he heads it behind with a substitute Purdy, and out of play for a Slough throw. So we've roughly played 25 minutes of the second half. There will be an injury order. Demon's walking past me. He's got a heck of a lump on the side of his head. Ball played forward, headed away though by Fraser. Demon just not going to the tunnel. He's just going to go in there onto the bench. Who into with their ball, flicked forwards. Only as far as Oates just misses the ball. Green with the clearance, chipped forwards by Nathan Webb. Watkins will try and chase that one in the corner. The ball's still spinning and going round, and Watkins can't keep it in. It's out for a goal kick to Hereford. And Jack Demon, the injured player there for Hereford, had a massive lump on the side of his head there, which is why he's most probably not going to be able to continue. If that bursts, that could be quite bad, but hopefully he'll be alright. As Horsell gets the game back underway with this long kick, finding Rafael. Rafael flicks the ball on, trying to find Simons. Wells is there first for Slough. Nisbet with another header, comes through to Webb. Webb gets a touch. He's adjudged for a high foot. There is Nathan Webb, and it's a free kick to Hereford. And we've got about 20 minutes of the game to go. Wind bitterly cold here at Arbour Park. And it's a free kick on the centre circle. It's the centre circle part in the Slough half. And it's Haysham that's going to take this free kick for Hereford. Chips the ball into the box. Inns trying to get there first. Ball bouncing around. Simons tries to get there. Cleared by Togwell. Comes out here towards Green. Green heads the ball forwards. Finds Rafael. Hits him on the shoulder. Comes back out here towards Mills. Mills being forced backwards. Plays it all the way back here towards Green. Green now in his own half by his 18-yard box. Plays it back towards the goalie, Horsell. Horsell under no pressure. Spreads it out wide here to Oates. Oates has acres of space to bring the ball forward here for Hereford. And finds on the far hand side Purdy. Ball inside here to Rafael. Rafael gives it to Richards. Richards brings it in. Finds Mills. Mills with a bit of space here. Don't want to give him space. Plays the ball into the box. But Turner will come and grab that one under pressure from Haysham. And Haysham just barged into Wells. And Wells and Turner have just clashed. And they seem to be okay. They're just getting back to their feet. Just a small bang of heads. But both of them are fine. And Turner has the ball in his hands. Just drops the ball at his feet inside his penalty box. Then plays the ball forwards. Looking for Flood. Flood fixed the ball on well, trying to find Warren Harris, but he can't keep it in. It's out for a throw to Hereford. 10 yards inside their own half from the box. It's going to be Pring with this throw. Pring trying to find the substitute Smith. Smith, it comes off his head and goes out for a throw to the Rebels. And Sean Fraser will take it. 10 yards inside the Hereford half. And he throws it in hard, looking for Flood. Or Flood tries to put it into the path of Warren Harris, but it rolls through to Horsell. And he bowls the ball out immediately, finding Purdy. Purdy playing on a right midfield position here for Hereford. Chips the ball forward, looking for the run of Mills. Cleared by Nisbet. Over the head of... And then comes back in towards Purdy. His ball's cleared by Nisbet. Only as far as Richards. Richards is inside the Slough half. Goes past Togwell well. Brings the ball. Nisbet wins it back though, but it comes find... back here towards Haysham. Haysham in towards Oates. Oates just inside the Slough half, back towards Haysham. Haysham turns into trouble and finds Ryan Green inside his own half. Green looks up, chipping the ball on the far hand side, trying to find Smith. Smith up against Fraser, but Smith can only header the ball out, and it's a throw to the Rebels on the far hand side. It's going to be Fraser that takes this throw on this left hand side where the away dugout is. Fraser, bit of distance on it. Watkins trying to get underneath it. Smith wins it though for Hereford, trying to find Simons. Simons up against Fraser. Fraser fouls him, and it's a free kick to Hereford. Roughly 30 yards away from goal, but right on the side touchline here. And Richards will take this free kick for Hereford. And Slough with just a one-man wall of Warren Harris. Richards underneath it, chips it in with some pace. Bounces through. Oh, what a save by Turner at the post. It looked like it was going to creep in, but he gets a strong hand to it. And it's a corner to Hereford. Their first of the second half. Good save there by Turner. Full stretch as this corner comes in on the far-hand side. Bounces around, headed away by Nisbet. Comes out here towards Mills. Mills being forced wide. He lets the ball go out and play for a throw. Mills just waiting for someone to come across to take the throw. It's going to be Oates, the captain, who will take a throw from this near hand side. Slough with some defending to do here at the moment. Hereford on the attack. Oates, quick throw in though towards Richards. Gets the ball back to Oates. Just turns into trouble. Then finds Richards. Richards chance to play the ball in. Plays it across here to Haysham. Haysham shoots. It's brought by Webb. Comes out though towards Green. Green on the edge of the halfway line. Puts it back out here towards Purdy. Purdy looks up. Plays the ball down. Looking for Simon. Simons can't get there. And it's easily into the hands of Jack Turner, the Slough goal. And he'll just gratefully put his hands on that ball there. 10 minutes to 5. We've got 15 minutes of the second half to go. Plus some injury time. Ball played forward by Turner. Trying to be flicked on by Flood. In towards Warren Harris. Harris down the right hand side. In towards Flood. Edge of the box. Bursts into the box. Still going. Looks across it. It's blocked on the line. It comes across. And Pring still has it. Hits it at Warren Harris. And goes out of play for a throw to Hereford. Deep inside their own half. Slough still 2-0 up here at Arbour Park. And it's Basingstoke 3, Kettering 2. Ball played in. Inns wins it for Slough. Chips the ball forwards. Flood is offside. And it will be a free kick to Hereford. And it's a free kick just a few yards outside of the penalty area. Corsell, the goalkeeper, will take that. I'll give you the scores with 5 minutes to go of the games. Haysham just Simons jumps up, a little bit of an arm. It's headed away by Ings. Simon still down, injured here. There's a head injury. So while that head injury, let's give you those scores. 85 minutes gone in the Southern Premier League. I'll give you the latest scores. Simons has just got up, and the referee just has a go at him there. It's a throw here for Hereford. Pring to take the throw. Throws it in, looking for Simons. Warren Harris gets there first. Ball comes out though to Haysham. Haysham under pressure, loses the ball. Slough win it back with Flood. Flood trying to play the ball. Oh, he hits it straight at the play. Gets a lucky ricochet. Ball there comes here towards Pring. Pring with the ball out on the far hand side to Purdy. Purdy still has the ball. In here to Richards. Richards forced by Webb, but he finds Mills. Mills trying to find Pring on the far hand side. Pring gets behind the defence first time. Crosses, but it goes straight out of play. And not only does it go straight out of play, it goes out of the ground for a goal kick to the Rebels. So we've got 12 minutes of normal time left, plus I would guess about 5 minutes of injury time for the injury to the double head injury to Watkins and Demon, and also there was another injury as well. So I think you're going to have a good 5 minutes of injury. I'm going to give you the latest scores. It's Banbury 1, Hitchin 0, Basingstoke 3, Kettering 2, Biggleswade 1, Frome 2, Kings Lynn 3, Dorchester 0, Kings Langley 0, St Ives 3. Ball comes into the centre here though to Dobson. Dobson plays it in looking for Flood. Flood was offside. Redditch 6, Farnborough 1, Royston 4, Gosport 0, St Neots 2, Stratford 2, Tiverton 1, Chesham 2, Weymouth 1, Bishop Stortford 0. Those are your latest scores in the Southern Premier League. Those games are almost coming up to full time though, while we're still playing here as Horsell takes this free kick for Hereford. Looking for Simons. Inns wins it for Slough, but only goes out of play for a throw. It's going to be Pring that will take the throw. Pring just looking for an option. Throws it in the middle, looking for Mills. Mills holds the ball up on the edge of the box. Finds Haysham. Haysham back out towards Pring. Pring takes a heavy touch, but tries to go past Togwell. Drills the cross in. It hits Fraser, and then Togwell will clear for Slough. Up the field looking for Watkins. Watkins trying to hold the ball. Misses the ball. Comes through here, and Slough actually win a free kick for a foul there by Green. It's a free kick to the Rebels. And it's a few feet inside their own half. They're going to leave it for Sean Fraser to take. Smith, for some reason, for Hereford, standing in front when he should be letting Slough get on with it. Fraser take this free kick for Slough. Just waiting for some movement, trying to kill a little bit of time of the game. Fraser just being urged to get on with it by the new referee. Ball played in, looking for Flood. Flood flicks the ball on to Warren Harris. Harris in towards Watkins. Watkins was offside, but it is a free kick for the free offside there for Hereford. Horsell to take this free kick. Plays the ball long. Up his first for the ball is Togwell, but the ball comes out on the far side to Raffel. Overruns it. Nisbet gets there first. Ball comes out here towards Purdy. In towards Haysham. Haysham just runs into Nathan Webb. Loses the ball. One back here with Togwell. In towards Dobson. Towards Webb. Dobson gets the ball. Trying to run with it. Just overruns it. Haysham wins it back though for Hereford. Ball here with Lance Smith. Smith inside the centre circle. Spreads it on the far hand side. Looking for Purdy. Purdy closed down by Watkins. Has Oates on his inside. Finds Oates. Oates still has the ball in towards Haysham. Haysham trying to direct play. Finds Mills who's come a little bit deep. Mills still running with the ball. Just shields it. Runs straight into a Slough player. It comes out here though towards Richards. Slough win it back though. And there's a bad challenge by Haysham on Nathan Webb. And Haysham could get a yellow card here by the replacement referee. And it's Nigel Owen now the referee who books Pablo Haysham in what is the 82nd minute of the game, but We will have another 5 minutes of added time at least on here at Arbour Park. And it's a free kick to Slough, which Turner will take halfway inside his own half. He's just waiting for the Slough players up front just to make a little bit. Some of the Hereford fans are already leaving here at the moment. Ball played here forwards by Turner. Played on, headed away well though by Oates. Comes out here towards Purdy. Purdy's long ball out looking for Simons. Headed away well by Nisbet. Ball will come to Rafael. Rafael beaten to the ball by Togwell. Rafael gets a second chance to hold the ball up. Does well. Finds Elliot Richards. Richards just inside the centre circle. Under pressure will find Ryan Green. Green has plenty of time just to hold the ball up. Back in here towards Richards. He continued his run. Holds the ball inside the Slough half. 10-15 yards. Got Pring on the outside if he needs him. Tries to find Pring. Pring does well to show himself. Gives it back here towards Purdy. Purdy with a little ball inside to Mills. Mills tries to flick the ball on. Inns gets his body in the way. Smith with a header on. Oh, poor header by Fraser. Gives it to Simon. Simons crosses. Oh, he's played it behind all the players. And it's a chance now for Dobson to bring the ball out. Flood's on the attack here. Flood's going to go past. He's on the ball. Gets it inside the box. Still on the edge of the box. Still running with it. Goes past one. Shoots. It's deflected. Oh, it's good defending by Green in the end. And the ball will come out here towards Purdy. Purdy back towards Pring. Pring inside towards Haysham. Haysham deep inside his own half. Has time on the ball though. Spreads it wide here looking for Oates. Oates can bring the ball forwards here for Hereford. Travels 15 yards. Still has the ball. Still going. Finds Rafael on the far hand side. Rafael bringing down that left hand side. Oh, Wells just plays it off him. It comes off Wells last though. It's a throw to Hereford on that far side. And a throw left with the 18-yard box. Looks like it will be Oates that goes to cross to take this throw for... No, they're going to leave it for Purdy to take the throw. We've got about 7 minutes plus what added on time. Ball played in towards Rafael. Rafael down behind the byline trying to hold the ball up. Gets ball out here towards Oates. Oates just under pressure from Dobson. Hits it straight at Dobson. Dobson's ball just goes out of play for a throw to Hereford. You will see another substitution for the Rebels in a second. But... there's an injury here at the moment to Elliot Richards of Hereford, who's down injured just on the edge of the 18-yard box of the Slough penalty area. And Slough just going to make a third and final substitution. And it looks as though James Dobson will come off and Nathan Smart will come on. We're just going to have that substitution now. So it is James Dobson off. Coming on is Nathan Smart. That is 85 minutes. But there will be, I say, added time on this afternoon. So it's Dobbo just jockeying across the pitch here as Nathan Smart will come on. Just to maybe shore up the defence here. Redditch 7, Farnborough 0. That'll be an interesting Spencer Day interview. As Dobbo gets a real round of applause here as he exits the pitch and Nathan Smart goes into... we'll find out where he's going to go. I think he's going to sit as maybe a holding midfielder. Well, it looks like he might have gone right midfield and Warren Harris gone left. Ball on the far hand side, looking for Simon. Simons does well to try and win the ball. Warren Harris is there for Slough. Clears the ball up towards Flood. Flood's heavy touch, gives it towards Nisbet. Nisbet hammers that ball down the field. Watkins trying to chase the ball. It just goes out of play for a throw to Hereford on that far hand side. And no one leaving at the moment. Ball played in looking for Simons. Ball comes through. It's come through to Nisbet. Nisbet just takes a touch. Hammers the ball down. Looking for Flood, but the ball has too much on it. Flood's offside and Horsell has it anyway. The referee says play on. Horsell rolls the ball here in towards feet of Pring. Pring chips the ball long. Looking for Smith. Headed away by Inns. Finds Nathan Smart. Smart under pressure. Gives it to Fraser. Fraser straight down the line for Watkins. Watkins can't get there. And it comes through to Ryan Green. Green just plays it back. Little soft touch towards Horsell. Horsell has the ball just outside his penalty area. I don't think my throat's going to last till the end of the game. Ball play forwards, looking for Simons. Nisbet tries to get there. Inns gets there first for Slough, gets clattered, but it comes off Inns last, and it's a throw to Hereford on this near-hand side. It's Pring to try and take it, trying to find Smith. For Togwell as well, gets his body in the way and wins a free kick there as he goes down under the challenge of Smith. It's a free kick to Slough, and Fraser's going to leave it for Turner to take this free kick for the Rebels. Just remember, we have had some interesting events here today at Arbour Park with the referee going off injured. We had a 10-minute delay for that. But Turner to take this free kick for Slough. Slough 2-0 up. We're into the final 5 minutes of normal time, plus whatever will be added on. Turner to take this free kick for the Rebels, looking for Flood. Flood up against Green. This comes off the head of Flood. Watkins made a run to the other side. It's a throw to Hereford on the near hand side. It's going to be Pring to take this throw level with his 18-yard box of his own half. Tries to get some distance on the throw. Nathan Smart gets fouled by Haysham, and it's a free kick to the Rebels. Right. Right, so the attendance here today is 1561. That's 1561. So now take the free kick quickly. Trying to find Nathan Smart down his right hand side. Smart up against Rafael. Holds the ball up, comes off Rafael last, and it's a corner to the Rebels. So the attendance today was 1561, and today's match sponsors Scala have named Chris Flood as their man of the match. It's a corner though for Slough. I don't think anyone knows what to do. Fraser's going to go across to take this corner because they've only just realised that Dobson's no longer on the pitch. Mills is the only player not in the Hereford box for Hereford. Everyone back for Hereford. They're trying to hold on. It's Fraser to take this corner. It'll be an out-swinging corner for the Rebels here. Fraser standing over it. Ball played in, hits it first time. It's a poor one. Bounces all the way through to Alan Inns. He clears the ground. That's supposed to be hit the burger bar outside. It's definitely hit the Hereford coach, one of the supporters coaches out there. So it's a goal kick here for Hereford. We're into a minute and a half of normal time, plus whatever the replacement referee is. He's trying to signal 7, I think he's doing. Ball hit towards by Webb, only as far as Green. Green's ball forward, headed in by Smith. Ball will come through though to Nisbet. His touch comes through and gets a deflection to Warren Harris. Warren Harris now playing on the left-hand side, in towards Wells. Wells chips the ball forward, trying to find Flood. Flood trying to get there, Pring's there first for Hereford, and Horsell can't stop it. It's a corner to the Rebels here. And again, a long ball forward by I don't understand why Horsell is holding the ball. He's ran from the corner flag with the ball to his goal. Surely you would want Slough, as 2-0 down, you would want to give the ball back to Slough, because there will be at least 5 minutes of added time on. Fraser going across to take this throw for the Rebels. And it's going to be Fraser with this out-swinging corner. And it's the Slough fans with all the noise here at the moment. Fraser standing over this corner for Slough. Hits it in to the near post. Goes towards Flood. Flood takes a touch. Runs straight into Oates. Ball comes bouncing out. Wells is sold short by Haysham. Oh, given back. And the referee has pulled it back for a foul by Flood. And it's a free kick to Hereford on the edge of their penalty area, which Horsell will take, trying to flick it on the far hand side. Nisbet comes across to head of that ball away. Only as far as Purdy. Purdy's header only finds Togwell in the centre. Flicks the ball on, looking for the run of Warren Harris. He's got too much on it. He goes all the way through to the goalkeeper for Hereford, Horsell. We are going to have it signalled how many minutes of extra time, added time are on. Horsell with this long kick down the field, looking for Simons. I forget, 7 minutes. I said 7. 7 minutes of added time. Ball here with Nathan Smart. Smart playing right wing. Running down his near hand side. Smith comes across to try and close him up. Holds the ball up. Brings the ball inside to Watkins. Watkins finds Lee Togwell. Togwell spreads it into Nathan Webb. Webb immediately puts it into the path of George Wells. Wells chips the ball forward. He's got too much on it. He's gone past and it's gone out of play for a goal kick to Hereford. We are going to see if we can find you full-time scores in a second. Horsell with this goal kick. Plays it forwards. Beat to the ball by Togwell. But it'll only come here as far as Oates, who's playing centre-back now for Hereford. And he plays it outside here towards Purdy. Purdy cuts inside, still running with the ball. In towards Haysham. Haysham spreads it to Pring on this left-hand side. Pring just holds the ball up, chips it down the line, looking for the run of Mills. Mills has come deep to kind of get the ball. Up against Fraser. Mills just being forced wide. Played back here towards Haysham. Watkins chases it down. Back here towards Green. Again, Watkins is the man that chases that ball. Happy to let Green have the ball. He chips the ball forwards looking for Simon. Simons does well to win the header. Only as far as Inns. Inns takes it on his chest and manages to evade the challenge. Still runs with the ball. Skews a pass in towards Watkins. Watkins holds it up on the halfway line. Just gets caught but finds Nathan Webb. Webb with the ball back out here towards Watkins can't stretch for that one. And to be fair, Webb just put it a little bit too far in front of him. It's a throw here for Hereford. Pring takes the throw. Headed away though by Nathan Smart. Ball bouncing around in the centre. Haysham takes a touch. Warren Harris tries to get there. Comes here towards Oates. Oates spreads it out here towards Purdy. Purdy's got a bit of space. Facing Wells. Plays it in towards Rafael on the edge of the area. Turns. Plays the ball in. Hooked clear though by Nathan Smart. And he comes back out here towards Oates. Oates looks like he's going to tee up a shot. Instead he plays it wide here towards Purdy. Purdy holds the ball, chips it into the box. Underneath it's Nisbet, heads it the wrong way, bounces around. Mills can't get a touch to it. Nathan Webb's in front of it, tries to hook the ball, still bouncing around. Oates from a shot. Oh, and it's a score shot from Jimmy Oates. And on 47 minutes of the second half, Hereford have got a goal back. And it's Oates with an absolute cracker from the edge of the box. It's Slough 2, Hereford 1, and there's still 5 minutes of the game left to go here. And some of those Hereford fans who'd gone home early have obviously realised their mistakes. Slough have the ball with Wells. Wells plays the ball forwards for Slough, looking for Warren Harris. Ball's go straight out of place, gone out for a goal kick. Now the remaining Hereford fans have making a bit of noise. Ball rolled out here by Horsell in towards Oates, playing as the centre back here. Chips the ball forward. Headed away by Togwell. Comes out here towards Wells. Hoofs it into the night sky here. Straight out of play and out for a throw to Hereford on the far hand side. Slough hanging on dearly here. Quick throw here. Played all the way back towards Horsell in the Hereford goal. Spreads it here towards Green. Green has acres of time and space on the ball. Chips it forwards, looking here for Smith. Inns underneath it for Slough. Heads his head, finds Flood. Flood under pressure. Holds the ball up. Runs down the side. Plays it off for Rafael, but it will come here towards Green. Keeps the ball in for Hereford. Shaves it in now towards Oates. Now playing a little bit too deep. Oates can bring the ball forwards for Hereford. He's got Purdy on the outside. Finds Purdy. Purdy looks up against Warren Harris. Chips the ball down the line, trying to find Simon. Simon's up against Wells. Simon's got Nathan Webb helping out Slough over on the far hand side, and Webb steals it off him. Then plays the ball up here towards Watkins. Watkins trying to turn. Oates steals it back off him. Oates back in that position. Just overruns it this time, and Togwell's won it back for Slough and plays it inside towards Watkins. Watkins holds the ball. Just gets tackled by Haysham, and that's the third foul in the second half that Haysham's had. He's already on a yellow card. He's got to be very, very careful. It's going to be a free kick to Slough. It's around about 15 yards inside their own half. Slough 2, Hereford 1. They're going to leave it for Turner, the Slough goalkeeper, to take it. Turner he'll be happy to take a yellow card. The referee saying that he's going to add the time on. He's looking at his watch. It's Turner with this free kick for Slough. Aimed here towards Flood. Flood up against Preen. Wins the first header. Ball headed away though by Oates in towards Haysham. Haysham hooks it down the field. Find Mills. Mills just overruns it. Does well to keep hold of the ball in the centre circle. Spreads it wide here towards Purdy. Purdy on the right hand side. Cuts inside Warren Harris. Plays it in for Smith. But Togwell's there for Slough again. Ball bouncing around. Slough won it back with Warren Harris. Ball played given away though by Nathan Webb to Green. Green bringing the ball forwards for Hereford. Finds Mills. Mills being forced wide. Back out here towards Haysham. Haysham finds Purdy with a bit of time to look up and cross the ball. Crosses the ball deep into the box. He's going bouncing around. Comes from the foul. It's an equaliser for Hereford. They've got an equaliser. Caelan Rafael on 50 minutes of the second half. And the Hereford fans are jumping over. They've got it back from 2-0 to 2-2. A shot on the edge of the box. And it's all pandemonium here at Arbour Park. It's Hereford have scored 2 goals in stoppage time. They did exactly the same against Chesham. There's a smoke flare on the pitch. And The game still goes on. The referee still letting the play go. Slough have the ball here with Warren Harris. Harris bringing the ball forwards here for Slough. Cuts inside one challenge. Plays it straight off. Comes out here towards Togwell. Togwell has the ball. Flair being taken out. Flood heads the ball into here towards Nathan Smart. Smart has the ball. Flood's gone down, holding his knee. Flood plays the ball in, looking for Watkins. Watkins on the edge of the box. Turns, he's inside the penalty area. Holds it up, gives it hit towards Flood. Flood plays the ball across. Bounces around. It's going to be cleared. Hook down the field, looking for Simons. Headers it away for Slough. Finds Nathan Smart. Smart can't keep it in. It's out for a throw to Hereford. And now the Hereford fans in good voice on the far hand side. And it's a huge noise here from Hereford. It's a throw here for Pring on this near hand side. Pring with the throw. Headed away by Smart. Comes off Smart last. It's a throw to Hereford. They're looking for the winner. We're into that 7th minute of stoppage time. Pring with the throw on this near side. Finds Simons. In fact, he doesn't, because it's the full-time whistle here at Arbour Park. It's finished. Slough Town 2, Hereford 2. Slough went 2-0 up with goals at the end of the first half by Chris Flood and by Ben Harris at the start of the second half. And then Hereford with 2 goals in the last minutes of added time. First from their captain Oates, and then second from Caelan Rafael. 5 minutes in the added time. It's finished. Slough 2, Hereford 2, and it's a draw when Slough has maybe thrown away 3 points here. But it just goes to show that nothing's over till the fat lady sings, and Hereford, 2 late goals have brought it back here, and it's finished 2-2. What an ending here at Arbour Park. Not to Slough's liking, but it's a shame though. But Hereford didn't give up, and I think the substitution for Slough of Dobson coming off changed it. It was an outlet gone for the Rebels, but it's finished. Slough 2, Hereford 2. Thank you all for everyone that's been listening out. Apologies, I know a lot of you on the chat forum are disappointed. Don't be disappointed. Slough played really well. Just Hereford in those last few minutes, like they've done before at other games, have worked hard to get it back. It's finished 2-2, but just remember that it means that Hereford aren't any more places in front of us, and we're the only team to take 4 points off them so far this season. Thank you all for listening to Fitzroy Brown, Tequila Shark, Machacho, Michael Fair and Stephen Roach. But it's finished here, Slough. So it's a little bit late. It's 12:15 almost. So we wish you all the Hereford fans a safe journey home. Thank you all for listening. We won't be back on Tuesday, whether there's a game or not, against Bracknell. There will be no Rebels Radio commentary on Tuesday night if the game goes ahead. But we will be back next Saturday for the game against away to St Ives. That will be our next game here on Rebels Radio. Thank you all for listening. We'll be back next Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I know it's feeling a little bit of a downer with that 2 late goals, but it's been a cracking atmosphere here at Arbour Park, and we wish them all a safe journey home. So until then, enjoy what you can of the rest of your weekend. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back next Saturday where we're away to St Ives. So thank you all very much.
No, nothing. Absolutely nothing.